you?
Coco.
How are you?
How are you? Hey, everyone.
I'm very good, thank you.
Uh,
You excited about today?
yeah. Excited, nervous.
All of the above?
Yeah. All at the same time.
Danny, I thought...
Feeling weird with the camera setup, but
Why is that?
'cause it's weird. I don't know.
Why is it weird? Weird how?
It's super near me.
But you're like a square inch in the stream.
That
so
doesn't make
yeah, it
anything better for me. I mean,
if you feel weird, you can turn the camera off. Honestly,
no.
if whenever you do, just turn the camera off. That's
Mm.
fine.
I
think
always
that's
feel
totally
weird.
fine.
So,
I think that's totally fine. I think people would be okay with that.
how are you?
I'm
Are you
very
nervous? Are you excited?
I'm nervous, excited. I thought we would have good news regarding the microphone, because this morning I tinkered a lot with it. I even opened it, and I know nothing about microphones, like the entrails of a microphone.
Mm-hmm.
But I opened it. I mean, it's just a big screw, so you just open it, and then you look at a little board, and with a bunch of I'm gonna say capacitors, maybe, that I don't understand, anything of what's going on. Move stuff around. So it's the equivalent of when somebody is like a technophobe and they just, and there's a really big problem, and all they do is suggest if you've plugged it in correctly in the wall, and they just kind of plug it in and then unplug it, plug it in, unplug it. Which sadly sometimes that actually works. And I unscrewed it, and there's this little, there's 3 wires going down from the microphone to the board. I'm guessing, if there is power going through those cables, one has to be like a grounding wire for some reason,
Mm-hmm.
And I saw a little transistor like whatever. I have no clue what it is. And I touched it, as you do, as you always do when you have no idea what you're doing.
Just you.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
And you can actually feel current going through it, and you touch it, and when there's a ground noise level, you touch it and it actually stops. It's
Mhm.
not sound doesn't go like super clean. It goes like woo. But you touch it and you ground it somehow, and it's a wooing sound instead of like that garble sound that we get when it's very, very noisy, that staticky sound.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, well, maybe I'm grounding the static. Maybe, there's like a ton of accumulated static. Again, I have no idea how this works, so I'm just like saying words. This is like a bunch of word salad from somebody who doesn't understand what, they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe there's the static is there, and all I'm doing is grounding it when I touch that. And before that, I had spent, because I woke up like at 4:30 because Samuel and Fer are leaving like super early.
And
to
fair?
school. And fair. I think from maybe, 5 till, 7:30, I tried everything. And I was getting like a ton of static. And I was just, I started believing like, you know what? It's just a microphone. It's the microphone. Like, we got a faulty microphone. That's it. And I said, well, I'm going to open it. And then I did that. And for some reason, unbeknownst to me, it kind of works. But, so I thought it was great. I thought I just moved that a little bit. In my ignorance, I was like, oh, this little thing, it's too close to the board. Maybe if I move it away, maybe there's less whatever. Maybe we have to shield it somehow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying words now. And I moved it a little bit farther, kind of touched it, did the wooing sound, cleaned the sound after that. And I was like, okay, we're good. It's perfect. I mean, it's not as if we get less of a ground noise. No, we get none. It's like absolutely clean. So it's not as if there's something that's inherently wrong with the microphone. Like, it's not something that, as if the microphone can never get to a point where it sounds clean. So I was like, okay, I fixed it. All I got to do is like, ground it somehow. And super proud. But the computer had to restart. And it restarted before we started because it was updating. And it restarted before we started the live. And noise again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, do you
Yes.
think it's fine if I turn the mic? Like if I move it? Because the thing that must be on front is to the side.
Oh, you should turn it.
'Cause
Yeah, you
just
should have it
adjust
facing you.
Yeah, but
that's-
I'm
that's like the
scared that
best.
maybe it...
Oh, and your gain,
makes
I
the
think, is a little
sound.
low, Danny.
Oh.
Just by looking at the knob, I think it's a little low. That's probably me. That's my fault, probably from fudging with it like all
I
morning.
think we're even now.
Yeah, but so I thought in my savior delirium and in this idea that in my brain, I think that's my dad, to be honest. My dad always fixed things. Always. If there was something wrong with anything, my dad, I mean, maybe he wouldn't fix it, but he would attempt to fix it.
Yeah, I was going to ask, did he always
Many
fix
times,
everything?
yeah. No, he could
No,
fix
but
stuff.
always?
Well,
'Cause
no.
a
but,
lot of time,
right, but that's
there's people
the
that like kind of open things. And
that's
like
me.
90% of the time, maybe it's good. But maybe they open a TV and like they just ruined everything.
Oh, I opened, now that you mention it, I opened one of those 100-pound TVs that my mother had when I was younger because she had no signal, like black. It was all black.
Mm-hmm.
And there was sound, but it was all black. And this is, I'm guessing, no, this is pre-internet or like very archaic internet. So
you
it's
didn't
not
have
like you
the
could
tutorial.
Google. Yeah, it's not like you
Yeah.
could Google what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, come on, it's a TV. Again, in my ignorance, I was like, come on, it's a TV.
Mm-hmm.
It probably has knobs in the back, a cable that is, I'm going to notice that a cable is just wiggling just a little too much. I'm going to unscrew it, screw it back again, tighten it, and that's going to be it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. There's even like a sticker on the back of those TVs. It's like
do not open.
shock. Like there's a shock warning.
Yeah.
Because I'm guessing, those old tube TVs, I don't even know what they have in there. But it stores current. So you can't just, I think you have to ground that TV when you open it. I mean, you have to let all the current that's stored just out somehow.
Mm-hmm.
But so I didn't touch the huge part that said, do not touch here. But everything else, I was like, I'm going to blow on it. I'm going to, unscrew it, screw it back again. I'm going to wiggle all the little cables. I'm going to clean them off, like screw them back. And I did everything. I did all of that. And I was thinking, the TV is ruined. Like in my house, we've never like sent a TV to be fixed. We either went for years without a TV or we just used like a smaller one. But we were like, the TV's gone. And I put the back of the TV together again, and I powered it back on. Image. I was like, I am meant to do this.
You even surprised yourself.
Well, no, I didn't literally shock myself, which is, if I would have been stupid, I would have touched that thing that said, do not touch this. But I was surprised. After that, I was like, I can fix, godlike. I was like, I could fix anything. And I remember I was humbled at some point because I had to, the dining room lamp, it was a very old lamp. It's like a wooden lamp. It had shorted and super old cables. So I was like, Mom, it's cable work. Like, so cake. I could do this. I can rewire the lamp. That's so easy. Super, super easy. So I took it apart. I cut the wires, rewired everything in the lamp. It wasn't complicated. It was just a ton of cable work.
Mm-hmm.
And I did everything. Everything was perfect. Turned on the lamp. Huge short, black smoke on the top of the dining room table. The ceiling was black.
The cables, like, did you?
Oh, I probably didn't put like the la cinta aislante.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know I don't know how you say that in English. The
isolating
isolating tape. I don't even know how to say it in English. Yeah, but I probably missed like a wire, and they were touching for sure. And yeah, black smoke.
Oh,
Ceiling
yeah.
was black.
No, insulating.
Insulating tape. Yeah. No, no. So I thought I knew what I was doing, but again, so my mother was like, "Okay, I'm calling an electrician. The rewiring of the lamp."
Because I don't know if you
So
remember,
bummed out.
but for university,
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah. Well,
I had to do like a kind of projector, was it?
yeah, but you connected the cables,
No,
positive and negative.
but I have to say that I was super tired,
Yeah.
and I was like wiring the last one,
Yeah.
and my brain just disconnected, and I just
Mm.
like wired, but
Yeah,
I
you-
didn't realize what I was doing,
Yeah, I know.
And-
That one was
and I closed the box, and then I plugged it in the
socket.
socket. Yeah, boom.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
it sounded terrible, and there were like
Yeah.
tiny
You-
sparkles. My mom was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "No, I'm scared."
Are you okay? Because the whole block has no energy.
No, and then I just unplugged it. But yeah,
Yeah.
terrible. I mean, I could have.
Honestly,
made a
what you did on
terrible
purpose?
disaster.
No. Because if it's too bad, then the box will just la caja de tacos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You'll just kind of like blow a fuse, or it's not going to be that bad.
Oh, they're saying it's electric tape or electrical tape.
Okay, there we go.
So yeah.
So no, but what I was saying is like what you did on purpose, I did by accident, but we both did the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you did it
Yeah.
on purpose.
Well, yeah.
You were tired. You were
Yeah.
tired. You
Because
were
I
tired.
had to do. I think I did like maybe 6 or 7 projectors.
Yeah,
and I was
remember.
super
No, I remember.
tired, and I was like, yeah, I'm done. Just like the last one. And I remember at that exact moment, my mom woke up, and she was like, yeah, I cannot sleep. I'm going to sit here a bit. And then boom. And she
Oh,
was
mom
like,
pressure. That was like
Yeah.
literally mom pressure.
yeah, terrible.
Yeah. So I felt bad this morning. I was like, dude, fixed it. I mean, I have no idea what I'm doing. But if you really think about it, like let's be super with our small brain, because we're not Callum.
I would say,
We're not Callum.
because Callum was explaining something here.
Oh, there we
Callum
go.
was saying, yeah, cathode ray tubes.
There we go.
Oh, the TV ones.
Yeah.
It works by firing electrons at the screen, and when they hit, they flash. It's basically an electron gun
Oh my
that
god.
rasters across the screen to make the image. Pew pew.
But that's
Uh,
awesome. But yeah. So
but I
it's
would
super,
say that maybe the mic is damaged.
yes and no, because I've also read that when they're bad, they're always bad.
Yeah, but you know what's the thing? That remember that you tried to disconnect this console,
Yeah.
and you used the other console, like the last console we
Yeah.
used that was fixed, and you tried with this mic,
Yeah.
and
It's
it
like
was
that
doing
mic
the
is the one.
same noise. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe this mic is picking up more static than this one, than the one that I'm using. The one that
Yeah.
you're using is picking up for some reason more static than this one.
Yeah.
But it's not always.
Yeah,
So
that's the
I
weird
have
thing.
no clue why. See, we need like an electrical engineer. I'm
Yeah.
sure that they could answer this in like a second.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
Uh,
they can be like, oh,
Oh yeah, or
it's
maybe
this.
it is.
Have you
current.
tried X?
Yeah. Have you tried buying another computer? I would hate it if that was like the answer. No, it's your
No,
computer.
no, I don't think
I'm like,
that
oh,
is-
forget it. Stop.
I don't think that's gonna be the answer. Oh, or I hope that's not the answer. But
Anyways.
yeah. Anyways.
So I was very saddened by the fact that something that I thought I had clumsily solved, I just stumbled upon the
Solution,
solution,
yeah.
which is not really a solution. Because
No.
what are we gonna do? Are we gonna just? I mean, that's how I screwed your microphone like 5 minutes before we started.
Yeah.
I was like, you could use the microphone like bare bones
Yeah.
without the casing, and if anything happens, just touch the little thing. That's how humanity invented things.
And then I get electrocuted.
No, it's just like it's
On
a
the
small. It's like
stream.
it's like tinkling.
No, but that's not
It's like
the way it should be.
I know, but
So-
what is?
No. So let me see, because we have some comments here. So Renard, Adrián Barcel, M. Borg, Pedro Sócrates, Guillaume, Robin. They're saying hi. Toe is saying hi too.
Is this our Guillaume?
Yeah.
Okay, so Guillaume.
No, because Guillaume already wrote back.
Oh, excellent.
That
so
they were
hopefully,
going to contact.
Oh, excellent.
That they were excited to paint this night, because I think now it's night
yeah.
for them, yeah, to paint along as us. Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
us.
Don't worry.
And that they were going to contact the FedEx.
Oh,
So,
okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
it shouldn't be a problem.
And Sasson said, "Whoa, the reference picture looks so cool."
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, we're commemorating. This is the first project Danny and I worked on together.
Yeah.
It's the
Painter
Painter
book. Yeah.
We did a reprint. Well, let's not say reprint.
Re-edition.
A re-edition.
yeah.
Because it's not. Well, let's call it second edition because it is not. It is technically not the same edition. It has.
Like
some
it was edited, yeah.
images that weren't in this bigger book.
Yeah.
They're part of the smaller book that accompanied the OPL book, the sketchbook from a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
This book actually because my brother sent us a video. This book was sent 5 years ago.
Yeah.
5 years ago to the date almost.
Yeah,
I was in San
You
Diego
were
at the
there
time,
shipping.
just shipping like crazy,
Yeah.
sending all these books. So it was very cool that my brother had like a cell phone video of me just taping
And you
in
were,
his garage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were abusing
Tired.
your monster use.
Yeah, I was tired. I saw myself like skinnier and tired. Just
Yeah, in the video you were
destroyed.
like, "Ugh."
Yeah, I was just destroyed. So we're commemorating that. It's kind of nice to remember that.
Yeah.
And what better way than to
Do it with a new book.
do it with
That was me again.
with a new book and a painting that sort of reflects upon that kind of experience, that very learning experience that we had at that moment. So yes, Dan.
Oh, sorry.
No, go
No, I
ahead.
thought you were.
I was done.
done.
I'm always done. And not really.
So Borg 00
Okay.
said, excited about the new book. I still want the older book too. Is it possible? No, we don't have more of this one.
We have
Like the
this one
Painter?
no.
No.
Painter only because my brother had a
Some
couple of
stored.
books
Yeah.
in store, and we had left a few books, and I think it was
I think
12,
they were-
right?
Yeah,
11 or
I think
12?
11. Yeah.
Yeah. So we had left those with my brother because maybe somebody didn't get the book, and my brother was like, leave some with me, and if there's a problem, like if
I'll
a
send
book
them,
gets
yeah.
lost or something happens, I can send the books out, like in replacement or something. So we had left nothing, like 12 books, hoping that, you can't have like a huge percentage of books not getting to the place that they should get to.
Yeah.
By the way, Michael, the person that spoke about his girlfriend ordering the book.
Yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah. We sent that book over today
Yeah.
via FedEx. So we're trying to make that right. So we're going to fix things as quickly as we can, except
Yeah.
the mic.
Because that doesn't depend on us.
Well,
Us.
on my talent, I would have been a really, how you ask me, like, what else could you have been? Like, if it's not art, what would you have,
An
done?
electrical.
I think I would have
engineer?
loved
Or
doing
what?
just electrical work, just fixing electrical stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would have loved that stuff. But because when I was younger, it was comic books or Indiana Jones.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my idea of an archaeologist. And then I realized it was a lot more reading than just avoiding booby traps and using a whip. So I was like, okay, it's painting then.
So, Cindy H said, "Oh, but we didn't answer." So Borg 00, we don't have more of that.
Yeah, that
of
one's
those-
gone.
Yeah.
We have just a couple. I mean, of these sketchbooks, but that we have as our like break the glass in case of emergency.
Yeah.
That they're very very few, and
Yeah.
in this case, it proved to be helpful because we could
Send it to
personally
Michael,
we
yeah.
could ship a book to somebody who was like they were super super kind.
Yeah, but we
Um,
don't offer that because the shipping of that from here,
oh yeah,
like we would have to FedEx it, and it's super expensive.
yeah.
So it wouldn't be like a super good deal.
Oh no, for people, we've told people about it
Yeah.
if they if they would be interested, but the shipping is almost as expensive or more than the book
Yeah.
if we have to ship it from here.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's never a good deal for anyone. So I mean, shipping is always going to be expensive, and I think in today's world we have to face that truth. But but when you're telling somebody, you know what, to ship this $100 book, it's going to cost you $100,
20.
$120
Yeah.
bucks. People go like, oh, I'm done. No,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cindy H said, "Hi, Danny. Hi, Cindy. Just signing in. Is this your new book?
This is
This is the
this is our-
painter book.
Yeah, this is our. So what was 5 years ago? 2017. So this is
Yeah.
our 2017 book. The cool thing is, even though this is it's not quite 12 by 12 inch. It was probably like 11.8, I would say,
Yeah.
inches.
And the new one is gonna be
11.2.
11.2. So
yeah. So it's gonna be
A
coffee
big
table
book.
size. It's gonna be a nice book. It's also
Yeah.
square. It's also gonna be square.
Mhm.
Reproductions are going to be that big because
Yeah.
both Danny and I absolutely adore big reproductions. We have like the files to do big reproductions. So a lot of detail, a lot of surface,
Yeah.
how the paint feels.
Yeah.
It doesn't just look like a poster, which I'm fine with books that have photos of paintings that look like posters, very
Yeah.
flat and
Yeah, but
clean.
it's super cool to have.
I don't like those. I mean, I'm fine with those, but I don't like those.
But it's
I like it like it looks like a painting.
yeah, because that's super cool. Sometimes in the close-ups,
Yeah.
you can even see like the brush strokes
Yeah.
or like all the marks. Or I mean, it's super super cool.
And
or
we have-
or you can see where you scraped something.
Yeah. Or my fingerprint here.
Yeah.
All my fingerprints
Yeah.
here. So it's not glamorous, but I think it's honest. And we have a bunch of them that are scanned. If you scan it at 600 DPI, you get crazy good resolution. There are good and bad things about a scanner. Usually it requires a lot of photoshopping to get all the levels to be somewhat faithful to the painting. But what you gain in resolution is enormous compared to the camera. We have a really good camera, and we can do 11-inch square super easily with our camera, and it's like very very nice. But sometimes it's I always find that when I take the photo and when I scan, it's almost like I wish like they had a baby to get those two images. If they had a baby, it would be like the perfect photo. Because what one lacks is what the other one excels at.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so we're gonna mix those two. So there's gonna be glare in some of the pictures, and I think that's fine. It's bearable glare.
But it's not a
No,
terrible
no,
glare,
because it's a
I would say we
painting.
have and I would say we have like really really good images.
Yeah. No, sometimes like when you scan, the glare is inevitable, like because it has to light is so strong, and it just bounces back off this reflected surface, which is like oil paint. If you're scanning gouache, for example, oh, you can get gouache to look so nice, even
Yeah.
like nicer than the actual gouache.
Yeah,
That is
but,
the truth.
But because it doesn't reflect.
Exactly. Just because the surface eats up, it's a matte surface and
Yeah.
it's very kind of textured. So it eats up all that light. It's super, super nice. But, oil paint usually just blunk. It goes in, light goes in and then reflects right, back down. So sometimes you get like tiny little points of light all over the image, like super high highlights. But again, it's more of a matter of saying, okay, that's kind of fine. And still, as an image, as long as I feel it's faithful to what was painted,
Yeah.
I think that we're like, okay, we're good. we're good.
Yeah.
I don't think you've ever looked at an image and said, "Oh, that doesn't look like
what
a
is
painting.
this?"
What are you
Yeah,
doing?
yeah.
Like, come on. What are you like fishing for
No.
likes or
No,
like
'cause
altering the painting just so that
Yeah.
it could look better on Instagram? Like,
yeah,
no,
we
never.
always try to do it super faithful. And even in the videos, like we've talked about this before, but it was super super complicated to get the colors
Oh,
to
we
read
still,
the same.
yeah, we're still
Oh no, now it's
novices at
harder.
this. Yeah,
Now
we,
it's
we-
harder because it's a stream, so you can't color correct. Like I could color correct on the go,
right,
but I
and-
can't do it afterwards, which was the thing that I did with the videos.
Yeah, you
And-
know that you could like there is a slight like we saw it the other day.
Mhm.
There's a very slight editing filter that you can use.
Yeah.
You know, to alter the image. It eats up a ton of resources. I was reading about
Yeah.
that. Like if you have a ton of filters in OBS, like your computer's like sweating because it's having to do that real time.
yeah,
like it's
yeah,
having
yeah.
to edit real time so it can send the image
Yeah.
while it streams. But I don't think it's I just think it's like you guys are seeing what we're seeing.
Yeah.
It's not a perfect place, but I doubt that we all have like this amazing, huge studio, high ceilings, enormous, walls where we can step back and we can just place our lights. I always remember when people were like, oh, if you're going to take a photograph, like place your lights at a 45-degree angle of your painting and have some distance with your paintings.
And
I
it's
was
like a lot of meters.
yeah, and I
of
was like, who has
distance.
that
Yeah.
space? And
Yeah.
I'm 44 now. I don't think I've ever had a space in my life
Where
that
you
I've
could
painted in
fit-
where I could take a photo properly, like what a photographer would want, the space to be to actually take a pro photo. So I've always just painted where I live, and I've had studios from time to time, but I've always painted in a place where I can say, okay, I can take that room or I can take that space and I'm going to paint there. And that space has been, my old room at my mother's house or like an extra room when my kids were little.
Or even
now,
in the kitchen
yeah.
of your mom. No, because you were looking for the best like light source,
Yeah.
and the kitchen of your mom has like a glass ceiling.
So my mother's that used to be like a backyard.
Yeah, but it's
and
for me it's part of the kitchen.
Yeah. So
So-
it years ago. We're talking like many years ago. It was
I would say
closed.
it's her Lego room.
Now
No.
it is, but that was the etching. That was where she used to etch and
Oh
print.
yeah, I remember you told
Yeah,
me.
so that was a studio. That was her
Mhm.
studio at home. So yeah, it
And
had
it has-
nice skylight, but we
Yeah.
get like tons of. It's enormous. So well, not enormous, but it's not like a skylight, but it's just glass
Yeah.
on that part. And so the tough part was that when the sun, you've probably seen the days that the sun is beating down.
Oh yeah.
It's almost like impossible.
Yeah.
It would be impossible to paint
Oh,
because there's
and-
so much sun
and
coming
even
down.
and also because it's tiled, the floor,
Yeah.
so the light bounces everywhere.
Yeah.
So
So,
it's-
again, not the perfect place, but guess what? My mother did, dozens of etchings in there, and I was taught how to etch. I did some etchings there, but I would go to her studio also when it was outside our home. And my room was the place where I painted tons of paintings, and the painting of my dad, the one that we were talking about in Monday's stream, that painting is 80 inches tall. That painting used to like touch the ceiling, floor to ceiling,
Yeah.
in that room that I painted, literally floor to ceiling. It was almost like I was super scared that I couldn't like I thought that it would be jammed into the like room.
And how did
It
you
would
take it
jam.
out?
Not
did
just
it-
by angling it. I would just
But did it fit properly? Because
So
the
it was
door
like-
isn't that big.
so it was like this, and I would just have to push it underneath.
Uh-huh.
Like there was a little space underneath, and I would just push it, and then so I would just so if that's vertical, I would just push it from the bottom, then I would angle it, and then I would take it out like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, so
I
you
think
had a
you've seen-
tiny amount of wiggle room.
so small. And I think you've seen me take down paintings at my mother's place.
Mm-hmm.
Because my brother has like that staircase.
I even helped you with one.
That's it. It's a staircase that what do you call that? I mean, it's not like that. It's not a
No.
spiral staircase, but it does
No, but it does
turn a little
yeah.
bit. It spirals a little bit, I guess.
because it
Just
goes
like one
from
turn.
the first floor like to a middle.
Yeah.
Like
But
yeah.
so I paint on the second floor, and then when I have a large painting, we have to fit it like in this almost like impossible place.
Yeah, because I remember I was
And then you have to
grabbing the
turn
paint.
it
Yeah, and
because
you were
there's a wall
down.
here, and that's
Yeah.
where the door would be here. So then we kind of have to turn it and then turn it
Yeah.
flat here,
And someone's down trying
so that somebody's here with like their hands up, like holding the
to
painting.
yeah.
It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. But so those are the spaces that I've painted, that I've inhabited, through painting, and they're amazing. So I've never understood them as being limiting. They can be uncomfortable, I'm sure, but
Mhm.
never limiting. Like I would never blame a space for not being able to do the painting that I want to make, that I really want to make. It's gonna be a pain in the ass, but I'm gonna make it. So today, for the people that are, we don't want to give the wrong idea, by the way. This is not the book. So this is not the book.
No.
Many people have this book.
No, this is like a homage, is it?
Homage, yeah.
Yeah.
We could say it's an homage and a little throwback, and just because we're gonna, hopefully start this process again of doing something like this book, like because that's the more similar book that we have.
Yeah.
I guess the
In
first,
terms of dimensions and
right,
everything,
because the
yeah.
first book I have, which is a book that probably nobody in here has, that one's more vertical. That one's
Yeah.
like more of a rectangle. It's a very nice book. It's a very, very nice book. But that was done at a time when, there was it was privately, almost like sponsored. So that wasn't like a Kickstarter project. That wasn't like a crowd-funded project.
Mhm.
This one was the start of our relationship, I guess.
Yeah.
And the beginning of
Not the
those.
start, but
Well, no,
we
no,
were in
but
the
yeah, we were like
I
6
know.
months into our relationship.
Yeah.
But it was. But because of you, I think I had the courage to conceive, because that thought didn't even, cross the possibilities of what I could do in my brain. But because of you, I was like, yeah, I could, maybe this works. So I have to thank you for that.
I know.
Always.
That's nice. I'm happy when I can like look back to like all the things, not only in our relationship, but how like all of those decisions
Mm-hmm.
has like made the road sorry for us to be here now.
Yeah.
Like doing the project and releasing a new book, and yeah, it makes me smile to know all the things we've been through. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like to be super sentimental.
A
I
little
feel
too
weird.
much. A little too much, Danny.
So wait, because I see. So Liad was saying, is there a link, or is the link coming at the end?
Oh, the link is coming at 4:00
Yeah,
because we did a
timer
timer
Instagram.
on Instagram, and we have to honor a time. If there's a timer, you have to honor it. So,
I should
What
have
happened?
done a timer here.
oh well,
I
let's
can
just say-
do
I
it.
mean, if you want,
Wait.
if you want to do it, but 4:00. It's gonna happen 4:00.
So-
Danny has to log in. I mean, it's super easy. You just log in and say go live, and that's about it.
Wait.
And then you just have to copy the link, and that's it.
Because I forgot where to. So
It's
maybe I don't
okay.
put the
Yeah,
plug.
it's okay.
Or just give me a bit and I'll do it. Inma, también decía, hola,
Immaculate.
hola, he llegado tarde, ya habéis explicado cómo va el nuevo libro.
No, o sea, de explicado, pues va a ser como, o sea, va a ser un proceso exactamente igual al que hemos hecho en las otras oportunidades, Inma. O sea, va a ser un libro que esperamos que se pueda financiar mediante crowdfunding y va a haber unas opciones, va a haber dos tiers, solo dos posibilidades. Pues si nos va súper bien, miraremos si se puede, qué se puede poner como un stretch goal o como cosas que se puedan ofrecer. Entonces, de pronto, si, de nuevo, esto no es, o sea,
Algo, no lo
nada
hemos ni
de esto está,
pensado, o sea,
no, porque además nada está, se van a poder dar cuenta, nada está en el proyecto, en lo que se pasa en el proyecto. Entonces, y hay o sea, hay una serie de variables que no se pueden cambiar del proyecto. Si nos va súper bien, podríamos ofrecer como un gicle, un print, o podríamos ver si podemos hacer más páginas, o como cosas así, pero no, por
por
ahora
ahora sí.
nuestro objetivo es que podamos hacer una edición del libro, porque pues siempre siempre la inversión que se necesita, con Dani fuimos súper juiciosos. Inma, tú que eres como project manager, fuimos súper juiciosos y nos dimos cuenta de el costo de producción del libro, pero también el costo, digamos,
Envíos.
sí, el costo de los envíos, el costo de la importación del libro también es súper importante. El costo de lo que significa nosotros tener que viajar a Estados Unidos para tener que hacer como durante lo que sea, 3, 4 semanas como el número de envíos. Y ahí nos dimos cuenta que el libro, el valor unitario, es súper costoso. Es súper costoso.
Pues,
Pero pues
pero creo que
estamos...
es una manera sensata de haberlo hecho porque
Sí, no, no, es la
mucho,
única manera, es la
sí,
única.
pero mucho de lo que aprendimos de los libros pasados es no haber hecho eso.
A mí me
Como,
sorprende, para mí un
como uno
libro
decir, uy, de pronto esto y esto, cobremos esto. Y una vez empieza la producción, decir, juepucha, o sea,
fue
sí,
pucha.
juepucha, sí cobro lo de la, o sea, sí cubro, perdón, lo de la producción. Me toca como justiquitico para los envíos
Mm.
o ni siquiera alcanzo a cubrir lo de los envíos. Entonces, pues creo que también era algo que teníamos que hacer, como,
Sí, fuimos súper juiciosos. Lo que
sí,
pasa es que uno se da cuenta, Immaculate, y para todos los que pues hablan español, obviamente, eh, que es súper difícil competir. O sea, uno como colectivo, o sea, eh, Dani y yo, para nosotros es súper complejo competir contra una casa editorial. Es como imposible. O sea, es imposible. Imposible. Entonces, uno se da cuenta que este tipo de proyectos, los que son unos proyectos así muy sui generis, que uno dice, yo quiero hacer el libro que a mí se me da la gana hacer, y yo lo quiero, o sea, yo quiero estar como supervisando la publicación, la edición, yo voy a hacer, o sea, nosotros como equipo, cuando digo yo, qué pena, estoy hablando como de, por eso digo
sí,
la
no,
colectividad. Nosotros, o sea, Dani y yo, Our Painted Lives, vamos a estar encima del diseño, de la producción, o sea, cerciorándonos de que cada uno de esos pasos como que concuerde con lo que queremos nosotros. Digamos que eso es lo que uno termina diciendo o tratando de convencer a la gente, oiga, el carácter del libro es distinto, es por eso, porque pues no hay un editor como diciendo, oiga, no, tenemos es que pagarle a alguien para que escriba algo en el libro y esa imagen se ve muy grande ahí, no, 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 porque no nos cabe el escrito. Nosotros vamos a decir, no, la imagen más grande, o sea, y si se puede poner este detalle, pues lo ponemos, o sea, en ese sentido, no es que seamos caprichosos, pero pues podemos hacer lo que queremos. Y claro, desafortunadamente ese hacer lo que queremos, pues tiene un costo, y ese costo es bastante alto. Entonces, sí, es sorprendente, sorprendente cómo... o sea, la diferencia que hay tan grande entre las posibilidades que tienen esas grandes casas editoriales de hacer algo como bonito y pues digamos, la inversión tan alta que significa para uno hacer ese tipo de cosas. Entonces, Y también a uno le da rabia que teniendo, o sea, viendo las editoriales hay veces diciendo, uno dice, oiga, teniendo la opción de hacer algo súper lindo, hay veces terminan haciendo unos libros horrorosos, horrorosos. O sea, súper como tradicionales o aburridísimos. Y con todo y eso se hacen plata. O sea, con todo y eso son libros que en últimas les terminan dando, pues, ganancias, porque pues si no les dieran ganancias, pues no existiría Taschen, ni no existiría Rizzoli, no existirían como todas esas editoriales grandísimas. Entonces, sí, o sea, nosotros estamos contentos porque pues tenemos nuevamente la oportunidad de hacer como eso que nos entusiasma. Da un poquito de susto, da un poquito de susto, pero bueno, no, estamos súper, súper emocionados.
Sí, estaba tratando, mientras hablabas, de
Sí,
hacer lo del reloj.
sí, yo estaba hablando resto para ver si podía
Sí.
darte tiempo.
No, pero es que me
Es
toca.
como stall, stall,
No, porque me
stretch.
toca. em, es que no me acuerdo exactamente en qué pestaña es.
Linda, no
Y
importa, es a las 4 de la tarde.
sí,
O sea,
pero. O sea,
decimos,
sí.
tú si ahí estás pendiente y dices, bueno, ya queda X tiempo,
Sí, pero no pensé en eso. Hubiera puesto como book release.
así,
Y
book release.
pues sí. No, pues en texto, como book release. Y que saliera el relojito.
Bueno, pero para eso estamos acá, estamos aquí como esperando el año nuevo, sin las uvas, pero
Sí.
esperando el año nuevo.
Sin reloj, sin nada. Sí, Gabriel Iván HG dice, acabo de llegar, ¿dónde está el link para apoyarlos y comprar el libro? A las 4.
4.
Sí, espérame, entonces creo que sí voy a hacer rápido las gráficas en el iPad mientras estamos acá.
No, yo
No.
te soy sincero, o sea, yo te agradezco tú siempre eres 100% comprometida, pero yo creo que se puede
Bueno, entonces hagamos algo más casero.
siempre.
Voy a poner un...
Abre Photoshop ahí y haces libro 4 p.m.
No,
ET.
muy feo.
No, si ves, es
Mira, voy
que,
a poner una alarma 4 p.m. en
no,
mi
pero,
celular. Por eso te dije
oye,
algo
entonces
más
hagamos algo
caserito.
más casero. Y yo, no, pues hazlo en Photoshop. Uy, qué feo.
No, porque no aparecería ahí, sino que a las 4, cuando suene esta alarma, significa que ya llegó. Ya llegó.
La fecha dulce y bendecida.
Sí. A ver, ¿listo? Ay, y voy a mirar, Fer.
Sí, es así.
Sí.
Tú no has logrado con la llegada de Fer.
No, pero
Ya
ayer...
bajo, Nicolás, ya bajo, ya bajo. Bla, 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 bla.
No, no, pero ayer te dije, o sea,
Uy, Lindita, ¿sabes qué? Se me quedó
el Scott,
los pinceles
pinceles.
en el baño.
Ah, ya voy, ya voy. Espera, momento,
Pero ahora,
no me demoro.
voy a hacer una medio underpainting, entonces
No, pero igual,
no hay afán,
pues
pero
voy
sí
de
te
una vez.
agradecería. Muchas gracias, Lindita.
Muchas de nada.
So I asked Danny if she could get my brushes for me because I forgot them. They're in the bathroom. That's where I wash the brushes. So I'm gonna do a underpainting of sorts, kind of like we did that yesterday also. So flat brush, very very inexpensive. All we're trying to do here is to be somewhat faithful to this drawing because we did spend a little bit of time on this drawing, and now start to think about masses of value, but still loose enough so that we can be reactive while we're painting. So nothing that is pushing me to understand this painting layer as something immovable. So I always need flexibility.
Alejandro Morales dice, pon el link al contador de Insta en el chat. ¿Cómo puedo poner un link del contador de Instagram en este chat?
Ni idea.
La verdad no sabría cómo.
Sí, yo tampoco.
No.
No, porque creo que ya está, Alejandro. O sea, me tocaría hacer otra historia.
No, o sea, él de pronto le está diciendo linkear ese contador, pero ¿cómo lo puedo linkear desde el computador?
A ver, yo de pronto puedo.
No, o sea, linkearlo es al chat, a este
Share
chat.
to. Es que yo te lo puedo mandar, mira. Exacto, linkearlo al chat.
Pero, bueno, es que todavía no entiendo.
Mira, yo te mandé.
A ver. Pero
Entonces,
mándalo a tu correo,
a mi
¿no?
correo, sí,
Ok.
sí. Sí, me mandé, pero te
Ok.
mandé. Así es como nos mandamos cosas acá, no se preocupen.
Dependiendo del computador que esté abierto. Si es el tuyo o el mío.
Sí.
Ajá.
Entonces,
A ver si yo me meto.
pero es de esas cosas que te
Sé
dice,
la story.
sí, toca abrirlo por Instagram. Entonces, hay gente, hay veces que no tiene Instagram, pero pues.
Bueno, hagámosle entonces. Em, a ver. A ver. Entonces.
Eh,
Timer.
no, esa E tuya.
Book. Book. Release. Countdown. ¿Listo?
Perfect.
Perfect. I ya lo mandé. So I send the link for the Instagram countdown. But I'm gonna do the Photoshop that you said. But I like it
We
more
don't
in the
have to.
iPad. Like with a
Danny,
cool
we
font.
don't have to. Trust me. It's okay.
But
That's what
it's-
we're here for. Like, if we're live, like, if we had to send an image, fine. But we're here. We can talk about it. We'll, if people log in to our live, then we can talk about it. And they can ask and we can answer 100 times if we have to.
Yeah, but
That's
the thing
super
is,
fine.
yeah, okay. But I'm still maybe going to do a tiny announcement.
I can never stop you, so.
Miguel Fonseca dice,
Yo, Miguel.
hola, apenas llegando. Qué chévere imagen. Va a seguir haciendo una serie de pinturas de Daniela posando con la pintura de la pintura de la pintura de la pintura.
De la pintura. Sí, hoy es como un poquito de meta
Inception.
para ¿para el qué? Para el
El libro.
lanzamiento del proyecto del libro.
¿Por qué te ríes?
Pues es que son todos pres, suena todo como el lanzamiento de la campaña para la preproducción del libro.
Bueno.
Son como etapas en un nacimiento de algo.
So, Anania said,
Anania.
hey guys, congratulations on the Kickstarter.
Oh,
Thank you.
You can
Is-
congratulate us in
At 4 o'clock.
an hour and a half.
Is the jacket inspired by Dark?
Oh,
I
we
think it was-
should. Yeah, we should.
No, because
It would predate it. I think
Yeah.
Coraline predates Dark.
no. But I was gonna say, because when was Dark?
Oh, you had that jacket before Dark.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
No, and that's why I was saying, if we have to go to.
Oh no, so 2017 too. So.
You don't think you had that jacket before?
No, maybe I had.
I think
Yeah,
so
'cause you-
too.
Yeah, because I mean, you did the book in 2017, but the
Yeah, but
painting
the
was
drawing. Yeah, this drawing / painting.
Yeah. So no, so Dark inspired.
Oh, Dark.
The
So
series.
Dark bought the book.
Yeah. Leslie Cavazos Garduño said, hello from Mexico.
Hola, Leslie.
What are you using to trace the image?
Trace. Ah, no, para dibujar el
Sí, cuando estabas dibujando.
un lápiz de color.
But the
Normalito.
question is in English.
Ah, pero pues estaba en México. Bueno, Leslie, un lápiz de color, and Leslie asked what I was using to draw. So it's just a regular color pencil.
AHES said, hi, could you do a painting / filming setup video? It would help a lot. I don't think that's our kind of...
What does that mean? Like,
hey, everyone, so this is how we set up the camera. This is...
oh.
Because that's not... Because I think we've talked about this before. Like, also when the people say, hey, you should do a vlog about your workshops.
Yeah.
And I think it's not the kind of content we do.
I mean, no, but I think that we could, like, honestly saying how our setup works, it's
No,
totally
no,
fine.
we always do, but I don't think
It's just
we
that
would do
I don't
a
think it's just
video.
good. Honestly, I just don't. We could do a video. I think it would take us like nothing to do a video. But
Well,
honestly,
not nothing, because you would have
yeah, but
to. I would have to
honestly-
edit it. So
honestly, I just don't think it's great setup. Like if you want to see very pro setups, like Prokopenko, Stan has like a super good
not
pro setup.
budget friendly.
No,
but-
not at all. You need a lot of, like, literally thousands of dollars for that. And ours, yeah, the most expensive thing we have is the camera and lens. So we're super dependent. But outside our camera and lens, oh, dude, it's like bubble gum. You know, we're not using anything that's like pro.
But it
nothing.
works.
It
so-
works. Yeah, it works.
Uh,
And it works for us, I feel. Okay, I got to be more... I was being a little too tentative with my drawing. I got to be a little looser, I feel.
So, Sergi dice, ay, qué chula referencia de hoy.
Qué chula
¿Conseguisteis
referencia de
arreglar
hoy.
lo del micro?
No.
Ah, es que como lo dijiste en inglés.
Sí, no, Sergi. Pensé que sí. Me emocioné muchísimo. Alimentó mi ego de una manera así
Ay,
enorme, inconmensurable.
inconmensurable.
Inconmensurable. Yo soy
Inconmenso.
inconmenso. Y no.
¿Qué?
Sí,
inconmensurable.
Sí, gracias, linda.
Entonces yo soy la
no sé yo por qué te peleo.
inconmensa.
Yo no sé yo por qué te peleo.
No, porque tú sabes que con cosas de
yo como
lenguaje siempre
12
estoy
años
bien
yo corrigiendo tesis, escritos de tesis.
Pues,
12 años siendo asesor de tesis.
pero eso no tiene nada que ver.
¿Cómo así? Tenía que leer como un animal todo el tiempo. ¿Y quien
¿Cómo
lee?
lee un animal?
Pues como yo, como un marrano.
Pues,
Y
por eso
quien
no
lee,
confío.
pues, perdóname, pero el vocabulario
Ay,
se gana,
qué pena,
se gana con
profe.
el trabajo, el sudor de la frente,
profe,
el sudor de marrano.
siga. ¿Qué estabas diciendo?
Pues aparentemente inconmensurable, pero pues
No, lo del
después de
micrófono,
que
a
me
ver.
corrigieran,
Que si lograste lo del micrófono,
no lo logré. Pensé, me engañó el micrófono y fue muy triste, pero no lo logré.
Oye, ¿dónde está la opción del... Ah, acá, olvídalo.
Entonces, como mi mamá buscando cosas siempre.
¿Qué?
Oye, no puedo abrir esto. Ay, no pude. Nicolás. Ya pude.
No.
Yo
Es que-
por eso, te voy a ser sincero, yo por eso siempre me demoro un ratito en ayudarte. Siempre. Porque yo digo, ya va a poder. No me necesitas. Yo siempre
No.
te he dicho, a mí no me necesitas.
Pero no te lo estaba diciendo por eso, sino porque como cada uno configura su Photoshop distinto.
No, yo sé, pero pues estoy ampliando la conversación. Algo mucho más personal.
¿Qué? A ver, no, esta vaina no me está funcionando.
No, ¿qué me vas a dañar ahí?
Es que
¿Qué me
no.
vas a dañar? Tu computador, ¿cuántas veces lo he usado? Dime la verdad. ¿Cuántas veces he tocado el teclado de tu computador? Sea honesta. Nunca.
Claro que sí.
Nunca, mi amor. Yo ni siquiera sé cómo se utiliza esa barrita digital que tiene arriba tu computador.
No, pero sí lo has usado.
Nunca.
Espérate y pienso.
No, es que, pues, si me quieres creer, te estoy diciendo yo, nunca.
Mm.
Tú acá me le cambias todo. Yo llego y la letra está como para una persona de 96 años viendo una pantalla.
Pero porque tengo
No.
que usarlo.
No tienes
sea,
que.
Pues sí, ¿dónde hago el stream entonces?
No, pero no toca subirle al texto.
Claro, porque no veo bien.
No.
No, ¿qué?
Como una abuelita ahí
Ay,
con demencia.
¿qué tiene que ver la demencia con el
Pues
tamaño del
como esos
texto?
teléfonos de los abuelitos que son como los números son así de grandes.
No, porque tengan el texto así significa que tienen demencia. Los abuelitos respetan.
No, eso no es de irrespeto.
Una falta de respeto total.
Bueno,
A ver.
por favor, ¿me dejas mi computador medio reconocible?
Pues es solo que le bajes el tamaño. Siempre está en 400. Arial 400.
Yo me levanto al otro día y siento que el computador me está gritando.
Pero no, ya ahorita no está grande el texto. Era cuando me hacía de lado para poder ver mejor.
Ujú,
Excusas.
ujú.
Em, Malvinitías dice, estoy re hypeado, espero lograr
Uy.
contribuir para este proyecto a tiempo con lo rápido que se fueron las pinturas de Our Painted Lives. No dudo que logren llegar a la meta muy rápido. Ay,
Sí,
muchas
o sea,
gracias, ojalá.
pero tenemos que decir esto porque hay mucha gente que de pronto no es muy, o sea, no es que no entienda, pero de pronto no se familiariza mucho o no tiene mucha familiaridad con proyectos que son crowdfunded. El, o sea, yo por ejemplo con lo que escribí hoy, que nosotros no vamos a tener una disponibilidad por fuera de lo que el proyecto logre como alcanzar, eso
Ujú.
sí es cierto. Es
Sí.
decir,
O sea, las
nosotros,
personas
este
que
libro de
apoyen
Painter,
es el
sí,
número de veces que
este
sí.
libro de Painter, creo que hicimos 400 libros, algo
Ajá.
así. No más, o sea, no más, no hay más libros.
No hay reediciones, no
No,
hay
no hay,
reimpresiones,
exacto.
no.
El libro de el sketchbook con la segunda edición
Our Painted Lives se
de
llamaba.
Painter, sí,
Sí.
de OPL. Si no estoy mal, fueron como 790 y picho, algo así. Como digamos 800 libros.
Sí.
No hay más, no hay más. Nosotros no somos de los que decimos, ay, vamos a hacer un Kickstarter y se hacen unos libros y después es como, ay, pues hagamos 2000. No, no, no. ¿Cuál hagamos 2000? No. Nosotros no acá no estamos en el, digamos, en el trabajo. Primero porque es que no tenemos la logística para tener 2000 libros ni para ponerlos en la página y decir, cada vez que alguien compre un libro se lo vamos a mandar. No. O sea, nosotros tenemos que viajar a Estados Unidos solo para importar los libros y después es quedarnos allá como 3, 4 semanas para mandarlos. Entonces, va a haber 60 días, escogimos 60 días porque uno puede escoger entre 30 días o 60 para ver si podemos financiar el proyecto. Y
Ujú.
cuando se pasen esos 60 días, o sea, en 2 meses, o sea, enero, febrero, marzo 12,
Ujú.
ya, se acaba el proyecto y si recogimos plata para hacer, no sé, 300 libros, hacemos 300 libros. Si
Ujú.
recogemos plata para hacer 400 libros, hacemos 400 libros. Pero, de
Ujú.
nuevo, en ese sentido es como, hay veces la gente dice, ay, no estuve a tiempo, porque eso pasa. Hay veces la gente nos escribe después
Sí,
de que
o
el proyecto se
escribe
acaba.
después como, ay, ya
Ay,
se
qué
acabó,
pena.
pero
No, o hay gente, ¿sabes qué pasa mucho? Que yo hay veces, bueno, no quiero sonar así como si estuviera molesto o resentido. Que hay gente que dice, no, yo me voy a esperar hasta al final cuando el proyecto esté financiado y miro a ver si de pronto entonces lo quiero. Miren, yo he vaqueado proyectos de resto de ilustradores, o sea, por Indiegogo y por Kickstarter. Creo que en Kickstarter tengo como 3 vaqueados nomás, pero en Indiegogo tengo como un poco tonón más. Mm, y yo soy el primero en que, o sea, si me
apenas
dicen,
sale, sí.
si me dicen, oiga, quiere vaquear no sé por qué estoy diciendo vaquear,
No sé,
pero quiere
apoyar.
ayudar a financiar este proyecto, yo siempre digo de una sí. O sea, no estoy pensando como, lo voy a ver al final. Lo voy a ver al final porque no quiero como decirle a mi tarjeta de crédito que me congele esta plata para que después, me la tenga que entregar como en 2 meses. No, qué mamera. No, 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 yo siempre pienso, no, le deseo la mejor suerte y ojalá. Y si es un proyecto que a mí me encantaría ver, pues obviamente yo lo apoyo.
Sí, sí,
O sea,
sí.
yo no estoy pensando en que si va a haber más gente y que por favor, no, no, si a mí me gusta y lo quiero apoyar yo, pues yo lo apoyo.
Sí.
Pero hay mucha gente que sí se espera o dicen, no, yo lo apoyo, pero cuando yo ya esté financiado. Y uno es como, no, pues gracias, o sea, como así, necesito su ayuda para financiarlo. Si ya estuviera financiado, pues adivine, no estaríamos en Kickstarter, sino estaríamos en nuestra página ofreciendo libros.
Sí, sí,
O
sí.
sea, son dos cosas súper, súper distintas. Entonces, no, digamos que el libro se va a producir después de que se sepa que se puede producir. Y pues va a
Ujú.
haber un tiempo donde vamos a estar después haciendo el libro. Tenemos toda la materia prima ya para hacer el libro. Pero como va a haber unos rewards también que, pues, o sea, está abierto a 100. O sea, ese es un número súper alto, súper, súper alto para rewards. Pero hay un número de rewards que está abierto a 100 que se van a hacer como unas pinturas personalizadas y obviamente dependiendo de ese número pues
Pintura,
yo tengo
sí.
que hacerlas. Entonces eso también me toma un poquito de tiempo. Entonces hay unas variables que pues uno tiene que si uno apoya un proyecto que que se está financiando pues desde la generosidad de las otras personas, uno también tiene que entender, no, esto va a tomar un poquito de tiempo. No es que mañana me llega mi libro, no, eso no es así. Tampoco es un videojuego que va a salir en 3 años, no, tampoco. Pero pues es un proyecto que se demora unos meses en salir. Entonces, esa es nuestra idea. Vamos a ver. Pero lo que decía, o sea, nosotros ya hemos tenido como
Uy.
la experiencia muy chévere de 2 proyectos anteriores. Vamos a construir sobre todo lo chévere que nos ha pasado en esos 2 proyectos anteriores. Vamos a, obviamente, aprender de todas las cosas que han sido difíciles de los otros 2 proyectos anteriores, pero esperamos que todo salga chévere. Y cualquiera que sea la edición que lleguemos, pues Dani y yo nos cercioraremos de hacer el libro más chévere que podamos.
Sí.
Eso, o sea, si nos salen 300 libros, pues vamos a hacer 300 libros así increíbles. Si nos salen 1000 libros, difícil, pero, o sea, pero si salen 1000 libros, pues le metemos la ficha muy vasto y vamos a tener que trabajar muchísimo. Pero, pues, obviamente estamos dispuestos a eso. Yo creo que no van a ser esperemos que sean un poquito más de 300, no creo que vayan a ser 1000, pero...
Pero esperemos,
Sí,
esperemos.
sí,
Ya
sí, pero
no
yo
es
soy
momento.
realista, pero yo soy realista.
Pero ya sabes.
Ya
No,
soy realista, mi amor.
pues sí,
Uno
pero
sabe.
esperemos. O sea, solo.
Yo creo que vamos a estar en la mitad, yo creo que es como una especulación educada. E independientemente de lo que sea ese número, porque ese número no significa tampoco nada, pues saber que nuestra respuesta va a ser igual. Era como cuando decíamos, es que si nos oye una persona o 1000,
Sí,
igual vamos a hablar como nos gusta.
sí.
Y vamos a meterle a la ficha a todos los videos siempre. Y también decíamos nosotros cuando empezamos el proyecto, decíamos, si vendemos una pintura al mes o si vendemos 20 al mes, tenemos que ser los mismos.
Sí.
Entonces, sencillamente es como una prolongación de esa actitud. Es como,
Ujú.
no importa. Si son 100 libros, pues hagamos los 100 libros más la chimba que toda la gente haya visto en la vida. O sea, hagámoslos bien, hagamos algo chévere, bien hecho, chévere. Y ya, y si son 1000, pues chévere, qué chimba, son 1000. Pero si son 100, pues los 100 van a ser increíbles y que las 100 personas que nos apoyaron se sientan que tienen algo que nadie tiene, que
Sí.
otras 99, solo otras 99 personas tienen.
Sí,
Entonces, a eso es lo que me refiero.
sí. No, es que me
me-
encanta cuando te emocionas.
Sí, me embalo, me calenté, creo que sudé la
Sí.
silla, creo que me está sudando la espalda,
Es que por
creo que
eso-
toca abrir una ventana.
Te estaba mirando
Sí,
porque tu postura cambia y todo.
sí,
O sea,
sí. Me pongo en el púlpito.
¿qué? No, mira, tuviste hasta que tomar agua.
Sí, me deshidraté acá.
Eh,
I'm gonna start painting.
Cata dice, acá se está riendo. Y tu mamá dice, soy muy fuerte.
¿Qué?
No, no sé si de pronto era de antes. ¿Qué pasó?
No, es que pensé que no tenía más amarillo.
Y tu mamá dice, when can we
When?
buy the book? So,
¿Olguira?
sí, sí,
Olguira.
Olguita. Ahí ya puse, mira, dice Kickstarter Book Release 4 p.m. ET. Porque ya busqué y sí estamos a la misma hora ahorita.
Sí,
Entonces,
Eastern
todo
Time,
perfecto.
sí, seguimos.
Todo perfecto. 4 p.m. estaremos acá mostrando
Nuestras caras de culillo.
de nervios, sí.
O
Sí.
tu cara, yo acá mi mano así.
No, porque en ese momento tú vienes a la cámara conmigo.
No, ¿qué te pasa?
Claro.
No, no, tampoco. No es como si estuviera
Ay.
zarpando el Titanic. No, ¿qué es esto?
No, pero necesito
No.
más de una persona en la pantalla.
No. Pues Fer, si quieres, traemos a Fer. Fer,
No.
Fer feliz. Fer feliz ahí su debut en
No,
en
en pantalla. Valeria Duca says, Hi Danny and Nicolas, I'm watching you, painting, waiting for the book release and snacking on almonds.
Nice.
do you
very
have it-
nice.
Do you have any favorite snacks while working?
Oh, I wish I had like a cool answer for that. No. Sometimes I have like tea.
Yeah.
I like just regular tea, just black tea. I'm like a super, the equivalent of like super trashy tea, like redneck tea, which is like Lipton tea. Yeah, I actually like it. That's the tea that I've had my whole life. So, and I've tasted obviously like nicer tea. No, I think I'm trashy. So, I hate to say it, but I just like that one. It has changed throughout the years, but that's the tea I drink. So maybe tea. I don't know about you, Danny.
The thing is that the place where I work is because we have an open kitchen, open living room, and my desk is in a kind of nook,
Well,
and
nook. Well,
it's
okay.
called a nook.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
No?
No. Yes. It just makes it sound like it's super small. Like nook is something that I would associate with super small.
No, I
but
was
your
gonna
space
say
is like but it
yeah.
is.
No. I was trying to say it's a part of the open space. So I have the terrible temptation of being near the kitchen. So I always end up snacking a lot. So sometimes I'm just like thinking about, I don't know, like I'm trying to solve something in my head, and I'm like, maybe dark chocolate can help. And I'll go and have a square of dark chocolate with salt. Sometimes it's
You know what I don't like about our cupboard?
what?
That the door screeches. The cupboard door, it screeches when you open it. So everyone in here knows that we're going
That's
there.
why I
just to
leave
get
it
some
open.
food. Yeah.
So all the time
Everyone.
I'm working, it's open. So I can just like snuggle and take something to eat. And I think no one notices because the door doesn't sound, but then the package of the food sounds.
Yeah,
so
I know. It's like having like something in the movies.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um
I usually do that, but I'll take two instead of one of the thing I'm eating. I'll take two, but I'll hide the second one because I always think that if I hide the second one, those calories don't count. Nobody notices. Like my brain is not going to notice. My body is like, what? We only had one. What are you talking about?
because of the sound of the door,
Yeah.
I know when you go to snack.
Oh my god! Now I'm feeling like seen.
No,
What
and
is this?
no, and when Samu or Fair,
I mean, Samu's like that door. He might as well. That sound might as well be attached to my son.
oh yeah, because he doesn't care about it, so he's like,
Oh yeah. No, it's like a raccoon, like
Yeah.
attacking your trash.
Vinchenko
Okay.
dice,
Okay.
says, hola Nick and Danny, it's Vincent, but I don't know if it's Vincent or Vincent.
Maybe. So is it Vincent?
Or Vincent, I think, because Vincent's username is another one.
Okay.
So, hola Nick and Danny, it's Vincent. Your videos are awesome as they are. Looking forward to ordering the new book.
Thank you
And
so
you
much.
guys are a perfect team. All
Thank
best for
you
the
so
new
much.
year. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you so much. I don't know why I paused
I know that was
every
sentimental for
word.
you there.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Callum said, just varnishing that painting I did of my hand.
Cool.
I have
nice.
done one coat of liquid. Do you do a couple
No,
of coats
just,
or
no,
just one?
Super. No, like if you're gonna, again, I just like let's preface this by saying varnish is liquid is not a varnish. It's not at all a varnish. It's actually a terrible varnish. Having said that, so it's a very bad decision. Very, very bad decision. We just have to make that clear. The worst thing, well, not the worst thing one can do, but when you're painting and attempting to make a stable painting that will remain constant throughout the years, one of the worst things you could do. Having said that, I just put like a very thin, very, very thin layer of liquid on the surface, and that's it. Just one. You'll be fine with one.
Oh.
Oh.
So Vinchenko says it's Vincent from Menorca. Hi,
Oh,
Vincent.
nice.
How are you? How's life treating you?
So, ooh. That's a Vince Moss.
Yeah.
Excellent.
It's nice to have you here. Of course, we remember you.
You know that Luisita stayed with him for. I don't know if Luisita stayed with Vince or she just visited.
Oh.
So the painting that we have of Luisa that we bought from her, it's a view from Vince's house.
Oh, yeah?
I know, yeah.
Cool.
I think
didn't
Vince,
know
if
that.
I'm not mistaken, Vince, you're, I don't know if Vince is Welsh or he just lives in Wales.
Mm-hmm.
So correct me if I'm wrong, Vince. Maybe my memory is just off. And if
Elena,
you are Welsh, I'm sorry. That's just what the rest of the world says to the Welsh people.
you interrupted me for
Oh,
a
so
very, very lame joke. But
It was pretty good.
okay.
It's the Welsh. I mean, they're used to that.
Okay.
They're used to that. Come on.
Elena Godina dice, fácil tiene el potencial para más de 1000 libros, muchos éxitos, Dani Nico. Uy,
No digamos fácil nada.
no.
No, fácil no es nada. Fácil es descalabrarse. Oye, ayer tuve un sueño.
¿Qué? Me
Anoche.
asustaste.
Anoche tuve un sueño, pero una
¿De descalabrarse?
locura. No, si vieras. O sea, súper raro. Me acuerdo de la última parte, que es que había un perro o un algo, no sé. Y ese algo que digamos que era un perro, mi
Ajá.
memoria va a decir un perro. Era como si fuera un perro malo y había unos perros que eran como unos perritos, unos French Poodles ahí horrorosos.
Fran,
ellos eran-
¿ibas a decir?
Unos French Poodles.
Fran Pudel.
Sí, unos frondios. Ellos eran como los perros buenos y estaban defendiendo a no sé a quién. La verdad no sé a quién. Pero estaban defendiendo, digamos, a el dueño, le dueñe, no sé, no me acuerdo. No sé qué
Sí, te
ser.
estás complicando.
No sé qué ser era el que a quien estaban defendiendo.
Sí. ¿Y lo estaban defendiendo de ti?
De algo, no, entre ellos, súper raro. Entonces yo
Ok.
caminaba como por unas montañas así, y unos como riscos, peñascos, así como con los perros que iban persiguiendo al otro perro. Y al fin esos dos perros, poodles, terminan como ahuyentando al otro perro que era como malo, como más malvado o algo así, a la bestia, no sé, no le digamos perro, o sea, pero lo terminan ahuyentando.
Perro.
En algún punto también había un perrito, una chandita de perro horrible, chiquitito.
Ay.
Sí, era horrible. Y yo decía, no, pero este perro, ¿para qué se viene con nosotros? Mírenlo, es horrible.
Ay.
Y el perrito se va como por un hueco, se mete como una, no sé,
¿Como madriguera?
a una madriguerita, pero se pierde. Y yo en ese momento pienso, bueno, se fue. O sea, súper desalmado yo diciendo
Sí,
como,
muy
bueno,
feo.
no, ya
Además, tú diciendo que se
perdimos.
pierda porque es
Sí,
feo.
y yo, sí, no, era horrible.
No,
La
qué
verdad,
mala
no se hubiera
persona.
ganado como, o sea, nada
Ni
de
una
simpatía
galleta.
de nadie. Era horroroso ese perro.
Ay.
Y cuando yo veo que se cae o se va por esa madriguerita, yo digo, bueno, no, pues
¿Se cayó o se
pues
fue?
se fue. O sea, era como una despedida. O sea,
Ok.
ya, yo sentí como, ya no estamos sufriendo por el perro. La
Ok.
verdad, chao perrito, no sufras más en este mundo, eras horrible. Pero, aquí viene lo increíble. O sea, termino yo en un pedazo que era como, o sea, termino yo con los perros yendo un pedazo que había como unas piedras en las que me podía como apoyar para empezar a trepar algo.
Ujú.
Y trepé sin darme cuenta cuánto estaba trepando y estaba trepando súper ágil. O sea, cero yo en el sueño. Nada, para nada una representación fiel. Y trepaba y me dio por mirar hacia abajo, tuvieras lo que
¿Vértigo
era.
terrible?
Era como una montaña llena como de unos, o sea, de unas piedras sobre las que uno podía como apoyarse,
Ajá.
pero yo decía, no, doy
¿Como un peñasco?
Sí, no, era una montaña, era como un pico, como si estuviera trepando hacia
Pero
un
como
pico.
así,
como...
unas piedras donde uno puede
Sí,
apoyarse.
o sea, imagínate puro Super Mario, o sea, me iba como montando en esas piedras y iba logrando subir como así hacia el pico. Pero pues yo, obviamente aculilladísimo, miré hacia abajo y yo decía, no, chao, o sea, yo no soy, o sea, yo no puedo con esto. Pero saqué fuerzas de donde no había y seguí trepando, así súper ágil, seguí trepando y hasta que llegué como a una puerta arriba y entonces me impulsé.
¿Una puerta
y
en la
Sí, no
montaña?
sé, sí, es
¿O
un
era
sueño.
como una casa?
No, era como una
No,
puerta.
es que quiero saber si estaba la
Era como
puerta
una puerta, era como si hubiera
incrustada.
llegado a un piso. Yo creo que todas estas son versiones como de subir, o sea, son como asociaciones que el cerebro hace de subir, entonces uno sube como a un piso O sea, como si uno estuviera subiendo en un edificio o en un hotel y uno sube a un piso.
Ok,
Mm, y yo tengo resto de sueños de eso, como
ok.
en escaleras, elevadores, ascensores, o sea, resto de cosas así.
Ujú.
Pero subí, no sé cómo hice para trepar, tuvieras eso. Es como la imagen más vívida que he tenido en mi vida de mirar hacia abajo y de ver cómo, o sea, podía haber
Como que
estado yo a...
sentiste el miedo y
No,
todo.
yo podía estar a decenas de kilómetros de altura de lo que era el suelo. Impresionante. Pero se me hizo súper chévere porque, primero, varias cosas. Se murió el perrito feo. Segundo, los
No se
otros
murió,
perritos,
se fue.
pues sí, nos despedimos de él. Los dos perritos le ganaron al malo y yo logré trepar esa, ese pico del Everest que atentaba contra mi vida. O sea, increíble.
Sí,
Pues, un sueño exitoso, diría yo.
sí.
Qué
Pues
pena, voy
lástima
a...
lo del perrito.
No, no, era horroroso.
Ay,
Era
no.
horroroso.
Pues te estaba
Horroroso.
acompañando.
Sí, pero, o sea, cualquier veterinario hubiera dicho como no, lo mejor para el perrito
Ay,
era
no.
despedirse.
¿Por
Sí.
feo? No, ¿qué
No,
estás
pero es que
diciendo?
era era... No, 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 es que no te lo describo. Parecía un pollo enfermo.
No, ok.
No, 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 tristísimo, tristísimo.
Em,
Do you have, Danny, I'm sorry, do you have Fer's
yeah,
app?
but
Okay.
they haven't left
¿No?
the school. No. I don't know why, but no. Because it's 2:54.
Yeah, it's super inconsistent, those buses.
Yeah. A ver. Dice Cravesen 54. Dice, te amo, eres mi pintor actual favorito. Cuando vengas a México, please da un taller. A mí me cuesta mucho trabajo las pinceladas.
Si nos invitan a México, o sea, no es cuando vayamos a México, es cuando nos inviten a dar un taller.
Allá
Felices.
estaremos. Y comiendo
Felices,
felices.
comiendo.
Y ya.
Yo te conté, yo por primera vez en la vida, creo que es súper, o sea, es como delicatessen, pero pues nuestros
¿Qué?
amigos mexicanos
¿Corregirán?
nos corrigen, pero los huevos de hormiga,
Ajá.
uy, linda. O sea,
¿Rico?
pues rarísimo, es un sabor rarísimo,
No,
son
no, no.
costosos.
Pues yo he
A mí
probado.
me invitaron, pero
Yo he probado es hormiga culona.
no,
Que es
esa
delicioso.
esa es
Maní.
nuestra, esa sí, no, pues no es maní,
Pues sabe a maní.
pero es maní como si el maní fuera un bicho, como así.
Pues pero sabe a maní.
No, yo he comido bastante porque a mí me gusta mucho, pero es como comer pelos, es un maní con pelos.
No,
Un
claro
maní,
que no.
es un maní con pelos lleno de arena.
No, es maní.
No,
Sí, es
no.
maní.
Y maní
Lleno
que
de
se-
arena el chunchullo.
y que se le queda a uno en los dientes.
No.
Ay, a uno todo se le queda en los dientes.
No. Bueno, de
Y en
pronto
la
hace mucho no
garganta
como.
la hormiga culona, sí.
¿Estaba sonando el citófono?
No.
Ah. So, Callum said, I don't care for the painting much. I just wanted to try it out. The liquid, I
Okay,
guess.
yeah, just trust me, all you need is one.
Adrian Barcel
Mhm.
or Barcel says, Hi, Danny and Nicolas. Nicolas, you answered my question on John Dalton's podcast so generously. It honestly meant so much to me, even changed my life in a small but important way. Thank you for all you do.
Oh, wow. And Adrian, did you well, thank you for those words. I don't know if I deserve those words, but thank you. Did you listen to the whole thing? Cuz that was a lot of talking even for me.
I think
That
we're having a little
Yeah.
mic problem.
Yeah, so let's Danny, do something super easy. Like unplug it. No, unplug it from here. Like let's use the other microphone.
This one?
Yeah. And I think if I'm not mistaken that's Sí, sácalo. So Danny's going to be Okay, so no, don't twist it.
No, I'm not twisting it. No,
So I can do that. Don't worry.
Espérate, voy a apagar la cámara.
So Danny's gonna be doing some behind the scenes work because we couldn't make that mic work. No, actually, this one is mine. Yeah, you were unplugging mine, so I don't know if that one's unplugged. Like, just push it back in, maybe. I'll do that later.
No, pero está
But you need the cable for yours, which I think is here. I think it's like a weird USB cable.
tranquilo. Déjame.
So I can speak a little bit about the painting. I'm not doing much now. At least not much that is super important. Just big masses of color. I didn't. I spoke of how I was unsure about keeping my the bismuth yellow in my palette, but I feel that this is a great opportunity to use it. So maybe in the future, because I haven't gotten the paint that I ordered. I just got my titanium white today, which actually gives me a lot of peace of mind because this is the titanium white that I had left. So no titanium white. Did you find the cable?
Pero me toca atrás.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, you could push the... puedes empujar, puedes sacar la torre. Eso no le pasa nada.
Voy a correr la silla.
But I got my titanium white today, and I haven't gotten the other stuff that I ordered because I'm running out of ochre. I am going to start using raw sienna. I'm super excited about using raw sienna. What else did I order? I don't think I ordered. So I think I ordered yellow. So the two whites, because I ordered two whites, yellow ochre, raw sienna, and I ordered a black. So that's going to be my palette. It's going to be super baroque, super baroque palette. And I'm very excited about that. So we'll see how that goes. How's it going, Danielita? Tell me.
Pero me toca hablarte a ti y tú les cuentas.
Yeah. Our people are hearing. They can hear you.
Lo que pasa es que
Yeah.
me toca soltar el micrófono. No sé cómo ponerlo en este. ¿Puedes poner el otro?
No, you can use that. I think. Oh. No. So just unscrew that part. So the base, just unscrew it. No, not from there. So this one, the metal part, just start unscrewing it, like, No. No, I'm not making fun of anything. I'm not. No, just twist it, from here. Like, just twist the whole thing from here, de este. Solo desatornilla de este, o sea, gíralo. Chuc.
Igual desarme todo. Pero...
Sí. No, yo lo armo después, no te preocupes. Eso. Y tienes que ponerle la otra base, esa que tenía como los cauchitos, y listo.
Te voy diciendo la pregunta si quieres.
Si quieres.
Entonces di Adrián Barcel
No, dime. So, Adrián Barcel.
said, I listened to the whole thing, all 6 hours, haha. It was good company at work.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Es que ellos no saben qué estoy diciendo.
Yeah, but Danny, why are you speaking so softly?
¿Sí?
Yeah.
Dice...
Why are you speaking softly? I can barely hear you. Because Danny's like nervous that she doesn't have a mic, so she's speaking super softly. But then I don't know what you're saying because it's so soft.
Orlando Pinzón Palma dice, ya había saludado, pero saludo nuevamente, ¿cómo están? Y dice, hoy me hice un dibujito en lápiz de color y la verdad quedé súper feliz con el resultado. A las 6 p.m. lo subiré a Insta para que lo vean cuando puedan y por favor me den un feedback.
Qué chévere, claro. Le estaremos súper pendientes del dibujo.
¿Qué estás diciendo? Es que nadie sabe.
Te escuchan, no es que tú estés, o sea, créeme que te oyes. Si hablaras duro, si hablas duro como estoy hablando yo, obviamente te escucharían sin problemas. Te prometo.
¿Cómo se llama este micrófono?
USB. USB condenser mic.
Hello?
And I think you
Hello.
have to-
Uy.
Yeah, turn down.
Hey. Hello.
No, un poquito más alto.
No, siempre lo dejo acá. Está súper alto.
Sí, es que ese es más.
So can you hear me now?
Oh, but we should. Let me. Well, that's not connected to anything, right?
No, it's
You
not.
disconnected
Yeah.
the cable from the mic.
Yeah, because the mic's here. So we're fine.
Okay, good.
So I'm back. No
Yeah,
vayas a
that
usar
was-
los audífonos porque esos solo funcionan para...
Sí, eso
Tu
no te sirve para. O estarías
sonido.
solo escuchando mi voz.
Por eso. Ay, la cámara... I'm back. Hey, everyone.
How stressed were you, Danny?
Stressed? No,
Yeah.
I wasn't stressed. Scott Hebert said, Danny sounds fuzzy. We can hear though. Fuzzy, because this mic isn't as...
Yeah, it's a different mic.
Yeah.
It's a USB
It's a
mic.
different quality, but, I mean... Ahora dicen, se escucha muy bajo, Daniel Ira. A ver, entonces le subo. Lo raro es que mira. O sea, yo estoy acá en amarillo.
No, por eso, pero sí creía que le estabas bajando mucho, por eso te dije al
¿Listo?
comienzo.
¿Listo?
Bueno, la gente te puede decir.
Sí, me van diciendo. So, you guys can let me know...
If her levels are good.
Sorry, what?
¿Qué? If her levels are good.
Yeah. Clever pregunta. ¿El cuadro sin terminar no te atrae?
Siempre, sí. Como dejarlo en este momento.
Creo que lo había preguntado desde antes, pero...
Pero yo creo, no sé si es alguien que preguntó de pronto eso hace unos días. Yo me acuerdo de haber como respondido algo más o menos, o sea, que tenía que ver como con esa pregunta. No, sí, me atrae mucho, pero tiene que tener sentido. O sea, yo no dejaría inacabado algo solo por el hecho de dejarlo inacabado.
Sasson said, a little touch of purple would look nice on the white of the book.
It's actually, I don't know if it's reading, but I know for because of all that yellow, but this is a purple gray
'Cause it
Sasan,
looks
so
greener, look, in the screen.
a little bit, yeah.
It reads a little bit greener, yeah. So maybe that's why they're saying that. Elena Godina dice, si te gustaron los escamoles, que son los
Escamoles.
huevos de hormiga,
Escamoles, sí.
también puedes probar el aguatl, que es huevo de un insecto de laguna. Es considerado el
Uf.
caviar mexicano.
100% lo probaría, sí. Yo pruebo lo que sea.
Cindy H dice, se escucha, pero el otro micro era mejor, aunque
Sí.
no importa.
Sí, pero no sabemos qué pasa,
Sí,
o sea, de
lo
pronto
que
es el
pasa-
micrófono, de pronto
sí.
sí está dañado. Y no, o sea, en mi cabeza no entiendo si de verdad eso es un micrófono dañado, porque pienso que un micrófono dañado se mantiene dañado, pero,
No,
o sea,
pero yo sí creo que está dañado. Igual voy a llamar para la garantía, para mirar a ver si nos dicen si el micrófono, si el micrófono está dañado o no, es un problema de ustedes de otra cosa. Pero sí voy sí va a mirar. No, es que estaba
Uf,
viendo tus niveles. No.
¿los míos?
Sí.
Estoy bien, creo.
Sí.
No, mira, el gain mío, tú le subiste. Es que lo subiste cuando trataste de desenchufar.
Por
Sí.
eso me
Ya,
quedé
ya.
como...
No, because my levels, we were, like a little earthquake happened when we were
Well, I
trying
was
to
trying to-
disconnect.
yeah.
Yeah, a little
Bueno, Elena Godina dice...
small tragedies.
Todo bien con el audio, se escucha bien. Bueno, súper. Miguel Ángel dice, ¿hay alguna manera de conseguir tu anterior libro? Sois toda una inspiración.
Muchas gracias, muy amable. No, ya no se puede.
Pero...
Pero este libro va a ser igual de
4
chévere.
PM, va a
Este
salir
libro-
un libro muy
Sí,
chévere.
este libro va a ser
Por si nos quieren apoyar.
Este libro va a ser igual de bonito y las reproducciones también muy chéveres. Va a ser muy parecido en cuanto al formato. Entonces sí.
Hoko Misa said, "Do you still draw with friends / teammates just for laughs?"
No. What are friends again?
Ay.
No.
your friend.
I mean, I guess when we were doing the workshops here, maybe in Blanc, we had like moments like that, but
But you weren't painting all the time. You were teaching it. So
Yeah.
it was kind of a different dynamic, I would say.
yeah. But no, I would say no, not much, to be quite honest. So like a drink and draw or something like that. So
but
just
this is painting with friends,
yeah,
don't you
yeah, I would say so.
think?
I feel like it's a hanging out vibe. I can talk about anything. Our mics don't work apparently, even if we spend like, $200 on stupid console. with another-
$200? It was a
Yeah.
lot more.
No, probably like $200.
No, because it was the 2 consoles.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like,
I just didn't want to be super honest, Danny.
no, yeah, 'cause
I was lowballing it just so that I don't feel
I
so
was doing my
stupid.
math and I was like, no.
Yeah, yeah.
You're a ton, like a little bit off.
I just
So,
didn't want to feel that
It
stupid.
was a lot
But thank
more.
you. Thank you. No, sure. Let's be super honest there. Yeah, so I think it has this vibe. I think it has kind of like that really nice, you're just hanging out and painting vibe.
So in 50 minutes,
50.
50
Oh, nice.
minutes, yeah. Cindy H. pregunta, ¿qué hora es en Colombia ahora? Son las 3:10, o sea que en 50 minutos
Mhm.
vamos a publicar la campaña del libro. ¿Cómo te sientes?
Bien. I mean,
Bien, I mean.
sí, no, bien. Todo perfecto. Lo que pasa es que iba a decir que, pues, o sea, no es que quiera decir que en 5 minutos tiene uno
Se
que...
sabe todo, sí, ¿no?
Sí, no. Paciencia.
No, pero
Dios,
pues es como...
Dios me dotó con paciencia.
¿Sí?
Yo no creo en Dios, entonces suena raro eso, pero...
¿Y paciencia?
Uy, Linda, hemos hablado de esto. Yo tengo como infinitamente más paciencia que tú.
No, yo
Infinitamente.
diría que depende la situación.
No.
Sí, tú te estresas a veces.
No quiere decir que yo me estrese. Todo ser humano se estresa.
Pero por eso
pero
pierdes
de-
tu paciencia.
De esperar, o sea, de esperar, o sea, de que alguien me diga, oiga, me espera acá un momento y puedo quedarme esperando como 6 primaveras a esa persona. Yo espero, no me pasa nada, no me importa. Y de ser paciente conmigo mismo, o sea, con las cosas que pasan en mi vida, uy, Linda.
No, sí, es que lo que
Perdóname,
iba a
pero
decir, perdóname,
yo creo que no
pero
podría-
discúlpame.
No podría pintar si no tuviera como esa paciencia.
Bueno, sí.
Pero no, ¿qué ibas a decir? Disculpa.
No, iba a decir que sí, o sea, que sí eres muy paciente,
Pero,
que que hay situaciones donde yo creería que serías súper paciente y no eres tan paciente como con cosas bobas, pero cuando es algo importante siempre eres súper paciente.
no, pues sí, tengo, por ejemplo, me carcome por dentro lo del micrófono. Me carcome.
Sí.
O sea, me da mucha
No,
rabia
pero-
que las cosas no
Pero
funcionen.
lo que te dije, vamos a hacerlo de la garantía, mirar a ver si
Mm,
de pronto, eso ayuda con algo. I wanted to ask you,
¿Me or
Me.
audience?
me, Daniela,
Oh,
wanted to ask you, Nicolás,
okay.
how are you feeling with the transition to the bigger format? How has it been?
It's very nice. It makes me be a bit more expressive because if I tried to, or if I attempted to solve everything in the painting to the same level, it would take me twice as long probably. So this would not be like a 3-4 hour stream. 4 hours. I think we're close to like almost 4 hour streams all the time.
Yeah.
But no, it would be like an 8-hour stream, and that's not super manageable, I feel.
No.
So I think I'm trying to come to terms with that, to be okay with what that means.
Mm-hmm.
To say, okay, I have a bigger sort of playground here, and it's just a bigger space to try things out, to be a bit more expressive, which is something that I usually love. But, there are cons to everything. So sometimes I wish I could go further.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I can't, because sometimes, like, many times people think that, oh, just work on that little part, but maybe working on one little part a little bit more shifts the balance, like completely shifts the balance of a painting. And it means that you have to work on everything else for a little bit more. So I think I'm coming to terms with that, like realizing what the character of the paintings is, or the paintings that can be painted during that time is. So I'm trying to be accepting of that character instead of just forcing a painting onto that time frame.
Okay.
Yeah. And very difficult, because it's a little bit bigger, very, very difficult not to be able to sit back, to like step back.
Yeah.
That is the part where I'm struggling probably the most. If you ask me, what is the hardest part of like painting right now? The hardest part has nothing to do with what I'm painting, but just the fact that I'm on top of my image and I just can't see it for what it is. I'm so close to it that I can't see it. And that's very difficult.
Would you like to try a different setup?
I don't know how we would do it.
Something that you can paint standing up?
Yeah, but I don't know how we could do that, to be super honest with you.
No, but we can think about it. I mean, maybe we can...
Yeah, eventually I want to try it, but I just...
Because maybe the angle of the...
Yeah, I'm recognizing what we can do, but also I'm also understanding the limitations that we have.
Mm-hmm.
So I think in the end, it's just going to be about working within those limitations and being okay with that. Like, maybe other people can paint these enormous paintings on awesome like studios, and maybe we can't, and we have to be okay with that. So yeah. So I think the most important part is that, not the fact that it's not about, just paint bigger, but also, okay, but what can I do? What can I really do? And it's not what I can do. Like, if I wanted to, I would just go into our living room and just set up there and paint. If I wanted to paint something super big. I mean, not super big. It's not that big, but bigger. But that's not the point necessarily. It's also like, I'm sure that people wouldn't be happy if we said, guys, we found like the way to do large paintings, but you guys are not going to be able to see them because we can't stream from where we're painting.
Yeah.
Like, what would that do? That would mean that the painting would start to become super private again. And I guess the steps that we have taken for painting is just to be able to paint and hang out. So it'll take a little bit to recognize those things. We'll see.
So
we'll see.
AHES said probably using an easel and putting the camera on a standing up tripod would be the best for a big painting setup. Yeah, but the thing is that the image would be a little bit distorted.
Yeah, the camera has to be on the side for that.
Yeah.
It has to. There's no other way. There's no way.
We'll see. I mean, because if you want to work in a bigger format, I mean, we would have to sacrifice maybe the angle of the camera.
Yeah, it would feel very, very different.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be able to have a mic on me like this. I would have to have like a lapel mic maybe.
Yeah.
That doesn't quite sound like this. It would just sound super...
Different, let's say different.
Yeah, because we don't have... The one that we have is cheap, like a cheaper lapel mic.
No, but it's a good one.
It's a good lapel mic. It's not a professional by any means.
No.
It's like... It's a regular lapel mic, to be super honest.
Yeah, I know, but it's the mic we used for the intros. And I think it was fine. I mean, it wasn't like terrible.
You know
So-
what? I think our painted lives is fine. I think that that's honestly. I think that that's the
No,
nature.
that's-
No, fine is good. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna be team fine. Like everyone is always thinking about having to, to be able to excel in something, and things have to be amazing, and things have to be incredible. You know what? I am team fine. Fine is incredible. Fine is amazing, because fine is also knowing, hey, I don't have everything. I don't. But I'm happy with what I have. I'm okay with what I have. So if we have a lapel mic and it doesn't sound great, but it sounds fine, you know what? It's fine. It's great. And I think a lot of our painted lives is about, hey, I have a piece of paper, and you know what? I'm not going to prime it. And you know what? It's fine. Hey, I don't have expensive brushes. And you know what? It's fine. Hey, we don't have like the perfect lighting setup to do our lives. And you know what? It's fine. So I'm sorry, but I'm going to be team fine here, and I think that that's awesome. So if that's what we had to do, then it'd be cool. Like people would have to maybe lower their expectations, because if you really think about it, we've never been super pro about this. We've never been. Never. We never thought of like, hey, you know what? Let's make like a $10,000 investment on lights and cameras and microphones. And we've done it slowly. And look how frustrating it is for us that we spend like a couple of $100 and we buy like a console, and we wanted to get like an extra mic, and now it's not working, and we have no idea, because obviously we don't know what we're doing. We have no idea why it's not working. So it's sadly when you want to make things better, things also get way more complicated. And because we are sort of alone in this, like we don't have, no, it's not as if we can just phone in like our friend, the electrical engineer, that's like an audio engineer too, and say, oh, could you come here and fix this for us? That would be awesome. We'll pay you with a painting. I don't know. So again, team fine.
So Sasan said Nicolas could start painting distorted paintings that only look normal under the distortion of the camera.
It only works in our channel.
Javi Hab said, you guys are better than fine. Keep up the great work. Malvini Tías dice, el it's fine es humildad. Y un emoji con gafitas de sol. Iván Eres Sánchez dice, hola, en todo caso ninguno de los dos me tiene paciencia. No, okay.
No, Iván, siempre, no diga eso.
Cindy H said, are you painting oil on paper without any medium? I haven't used oils before. How does it compare when you paint on a canvas?
It's very different. I don't know if I can just abstractly explain it, but when you're painting on a properly primed surface, it just makes sense. The paint flows and you're not fighting with the surface. It's just very, you're just going with the current. With this, it's almost like you're swimming, upstream. So it's very different. But I go through all this trouble because I love how the painting feels. That is, that's the only reason I do this. Suspiro. Suspiraste. Ese suspiro, ¿qué fue, por ejemplo?
Tomé agua.
Ajá.
Estaba muy fría.
Ajá.
Entonces mi cuerpo hizo como para regular temperatura, creo.
¿Tú suspiras para regular temperatura?
No sé, te estoy
De
tratando
pronto,
de explicar
de pronto,
lo que
yo
acabo
no
de
sabía.
pasar. O sea, sentí muy fría la boca y mi cuerpo solo hizo... Eso fue lo que pasó. Eso fue. Oh, Ryan Webb said, I went to school to become an audio engineer. If you guys ever need any advice or help. We do.
Yeah. So we have...
maybe you can explain the problem.
I'll summarize, Ryan.
And I can show everything.
I'll summarize. So we have a Scarlett...
Focusrite.
we have a Focusrite console that has input for 2 mics.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're using 2 mics. Cables are fine. I've tested out the cables. They're all fine. But one issue that we've always dealt with is with like a really weird static sound that just starts super low. It sounds like it's the ground, sort of like the ground noise, like the ground level noise of a mic, but it just goes. It starts really low, and then it's like a wave, and it goes really, really up, and then sometimes it pops, and then it goes away, or it goes back down, and then it goes back up, and the way, because this had happened before, so this is super important. This happened before we were using any of these, like this mic setup, anything. So we thought it was like a ground loop, that it's probably like a current issue in our apartment. But I went into a Reddit or whatever, and they suggested that I should eliminate all the gates that my computer, that the PC has, like Windows has, for power management. So now I have pretty much the PC going full strength. Like, it's just like almost like 100% power. It's terrible. I'm contributing to, like, killing this earth with this computer every time it's on. And that, it was very strange, but that fixed everything. Like, we never had an issue with this mic that I'm using, or with, we've never had an issue with a USB mic. We always had issues with mics that were connected with a 3.5 jack, or with these mics, like the Scarlett mics. So I thought, well, this mic sounds good. I mean, good enough for us, honestly. It's a nice mic. It sounds good. Let's get another one for Danny, and let's get a bigger console, so that, because we first had like one with one input, let's get a one with two inputs, and we could just plug in another mic, and perfect. And no, as soon as we plugged in the second mic, same issues. Like the issues that were once fixed now plague the new mic. So that's a weird thing. The old mic is fine. Like, if that old mic is plugged in, perfect. The new mic, I plug it in, and again, it's not
all the time.
Yeah, first of all, it doesn't happen all the time. Yeah, so the mic has in moments, and very long moments, it has the ability to be super clean. Like, you hear no static, nothing. But at some points, it just picks up static, and it's, unbearable.
Yeah.
And it's only that new mic. I tried it with, like, the single Focusrite little console. Just plug in that single mic, and it's back again. So
that's why I think it's the mic.
Yeah,
maybe
but
the mic is past something. I mean,
Danny, but let's be honest. That's what happened with this mic before. This mic was having those same issues before.
But never again. That's the weird
Right?
part.
So it's not like it fixed. I didn't do anything to the mic. We didn't send it back to repair. They didn't exchange. Nothing. It just, I changed the power settings on the computer. Boop. Fixed everything. Now with the second mic, nothing. It just doesn't work. So, I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe Ryan can
It's a mystery.
help us. Joe Pyra said, "Hi, Nick and Danny.
Hey, Joe.
Pretty-
It's awesome to hear from you again.
Pretty sure your sound problems are caused by poltergeists.
Poltergeists.
Try an exorcism." MM Borg 00 said, "I don't know a lot about Kickstarter. Do you have to have an account or login in order to be able to access whatever you have available or happening on Kickstarter? How does it work?"
So, no, you don't have to have an account. You do have to have, like, a credit card. That's how you're going to pay for, that's how you're going to back projects. I would invite you also to look at other projects, because sometimes there's super cool projects in there.
And there's not only books. I mean, there's a lot of things.
Oh, like tabletop games. That's where, like,
gadgets,
that's where, like,
games.
every tabletop game is done nowadays. But if you like, there's stuff, there's everyday stuff that's good for, like, everyday, there's, like, keychains that are, like, super innovative, or, I don't know, electronic stuff.
Yeah.
So, if you want to plug in your Switch to your, multiple screens, whatever, or to high-res something. Like, there's a ton of stuff, like technology stuff, again, like house stuff. So there's a bunch of projects in there that that are super interesting to back if you want to do that. But yeah, so you don't need an account. I mean, they'll ask you for your and if you want to start backing projects and if you want to start to save your information, yeah, sure, you can make an account. But yeah, all you need to do is I think, or maybe you do have to log in. Maybe. Yeah, but it's not like a thing. It's not like a weird thing to
but
log
I think
in.
that maybe if you buy something, maybe you have to.
Yeah, because that's where, yeah.
Let me check.
Yeah, no, you know why, Danny? Because that's where, you know,
get
you can log in to get
info, yeah. And
to
not the updates and all
the
that.
updates, right. I mean, you'll get notifications of that via email, but every time we do an update to tell you guys how the process is going. But yeah, so you need a credit card. You know, the most basic thing is you need a credit card.
Oh, I think you have to.
Yeah. So that's not a bad thing. It's not a weird
it
website.
says you can browse Kickstarter without registering for an account, but to use some of the Kickstarter's functions, you'll need to register, choose a username, and set a password. When you do that, the information you give us has to be accurate and complete.
That means, you know, they'll probably verify your email or something like that.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you're buying something, then your credit card info. Do you know Fere?
Yeah.
Can you see Fere?
It's not near.
Okay.
Yeah, I was looking more into that, but there's no more info about it. So mmberg00 said, thank you so much. I will start by backing you, no worries. So your new book will be announced at 4 o'clock on Kickstarter, right?
Yes. So we
Yes,
already have it set up.
In
We have
half an hour.
Oh, cool. We have the project already set up, and it's
We
just
just have to
pressing a
launch
button, and it just says launch it or go live, or I forget what it says.
Yeah. As soon as we do it, you should do an Instagram story too. Like post it or afterwards?
Afterwards, yeah.
Okay.
Sure, afterwards.
So Vincent said, hey guys, with regards to Nick's view, couldn't you set up a separate monitor off to the side that Nick could view the painting as we are viewing it, but easier to evaluate the overall painting? Well, Nicolas could see the screen that I'm looking right now.
Yeah, but I have to turn my neck around. I have to look
but
behind
also the thing,
No,
what they're seeing. Yeah, no, I know, a monitor for looking what the camera is showing.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say that the camera also distorts.
Oh yeah, because we have, in order for my head not to pop in so much.
Well, it's popping a little, but yeah.
So much. Our camera is not directly on top of me, but it's actually more forward and then angled down.
Yeah.
So that's why you guys get that little bit of distortion. If it was like perfect perspective, you'd probably see my head, popping in all the time. So that would be annoying too.
Ryan Webb said, it might have something to do with the mics using phantom power incorrectly. Oh, remember I read something about that last time?
What would that mean? Because they do use phantom power. So
because they were saying, I can message you after the stream and help you troubleshoot sometime. I don't want to bog down the chat with IT questions.
Oh,
so
dude.
No, it could be amazing if maybe Ryan can send us an email, maybe.
Yeah, or like WhatsApp or something like. I don't mind,
Yeah, because if you can help us, it would be great. Because we have no clue what's going on.
I think I'm usually very, I'm techie. I'm not gonna say that I know exactly what I'm doing, but I'm techie. I'm not completely ignorant. No. Come
I'm terrible with technology.
No, not terrible. I feel. Come on, no.
Well,
No.
But I'm not as you are. Because
no,
you
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Like, if I could build a computer, I'll build it.
Yeah.
And I've built. I put together like 2 computers that I used to use. So I like this. But, and, you know, if I don't understand something, I'll try to read about it. But there's stuff like, there is a point when you go like, okay, I don't know what I'm reading. You know, this is not, you know, you need far more education to understand, to like fully understand this. So, yeah, sadly, this is one of those cases where I thought initially something had worked, and it did work for many, many months, because, you know, we've had this little console for months, like the one that I used and the mic for months.
Yeah.
And then it just stopped, and then, you know, same issues arose once we plugged in the second one. So, I mean, the saddest part would be it being a computer thing, you know, which are variables that I can't really change.
Yeah, so Ryan said, yeah, I'd love to help.
Oh, dude, awesome.
Oh, thank you
so much.
Thank you, Ryan.
So we'll contact you.
Yeah.
Write to me, DM me through Instagram, and then we can exchange WhatsApps or like our phone number. And I'm fine giving you my number, by the way. So and we can chat through there if that's okay with you. I will risk privacy for fixing the mic issue.
But it's not as if you were giving your phone to everyone, like in the world. You're just giving it to Ryan, so.
Yeah, because Ryan, you know, is willing to help, you know. He's earned the phone.
So, Joe Pyra said, have you revealed details of what options supporters can back on Kickstarter this time?
No, we haven't.
No.
But Joe, there's only 2 tiers. So we made it super, super simple.
And in 25 minutes.
We made it super simple. There's only 2 tiers. And we talked about this at the beginning. Like, maybe if we do exceedingly well, but that's like beyond what, you know, we can foresee, like, or imagine or anticipate. So we much rather not and just see how things go. We can offer other things like extra, you know, little extras if we're doing like super well. But for now, there's just going to be like a regular edition. You know, you're going to get the book. It's going to be an 11.2 by 11.2 inch hardcover book, 200 pages. So it's going to be 50 more pages than what we've done before, which is going to be cool. Large reproductions, you know, the whole enchilada. I don't know.
Is this un dicho?
Es un dicho, but I don't know why I went there. So we're going to do the whole, you know, we're going to keep the same nature that we've worked really hard to maintain when we've done the other books. And yeah, so the first tier is going to be that one, and there's going to be a second tier, which is going to be open to 100 people. That's going to be a very, you know, VIP-ish tier, which is super cool, I feel. I think 100 people I'm overdoing it by saying 100 people, but I'm willing to. I'm willing to put in the work. And I think it's going to be kind of interesting. It's going to be super cool. So, but you guys are going to read about that as soon as we go live.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing strange.
It's
like the same.
minutes.
Yeah, it's like the same as the other books. But it's going to feel much more personal. So,
no, but
I'll
it's not
that.
the same as the old
Well,
book.
you can expect it to be like a, you know, like a painting reward. And it's going to be that, but with a little twist. That it's going to make it feel far, far more like personalized, I feel.
Sergi Arts dice,
Sergi.
Nico,
Grande.
¿crees que las Kanye Refs harán un comeback este año?
No sé. No he estado tan al tanto. Yo hace un buen tiempo no pinto Kanye Refs. Entonces, Sergi me puede decir como...
Parece
bien,
diciendo Kylo Ren. ¿No? Kanye Refs.
Más bien me puede contar cómo ve la actualidad del grupo. ¿Por qué la gente ha dejado de postearlas?
Pero igual con lo que tenían antes no hay como
Ah, no, pues
para
no sé si
pintar.
esté, o sea, ojalá esté todavía abierto el grupo, pero si está, pues hay bastantísimo para el que quiera. Si no, pues ojalá, no sé si es porque ya no hay como administradores para el grupo de pronto, pero pues sería bonito que alguien más lo administrara. Porque ese es un colectivo que como que creció de una forma muy orgánica, muy, muy orgánica, entonces no sé qué tan fácil sería replicar como ese tipo de cosas.
Eh, Ali Asari is saying, if you don't mind, I want to ask you about my color palette.
Oh, shoot, go ahead.
So let's wait,
Okay.
because the question isn't there yet.
Oh, I thought he was gonna go for it regardless.
They.
They were gonna go for it regardless.
Shade Black said, can't wait, regarding the book.
Awesome.
And I would have to leave in about a minute.
Who, you?
Yeah.
Oh, for Fer.
Yeah, because I have to go.
If you
Pick
want,
up Fer.
you could go now, and I'll
No, because
I'll,
she's still pretty
last
far.
words. Oh, those are your last words
No.
always.
No, trust me.
Mm.
Trust me. Okay, maybe I'm gonna go now. No, because I don't want to be like rushing as yesterday that I had to run
I know.
downstairs.
So you can go down.
Yeah, so I'll be back in 5 minutes. 10.
Oh, could you do you have your mic on? Yeah, could you lower that, because maybe that mic picks me up. So thank you. Thank you. So I can't see your guys' questions for like a little bit until Danny comes back. So bear with me if I can't answer your questions for like a couple of minutes. Danny's super nice, and she helps me. You know, if I wasn't stuck here in the cockpit, in the painting cockpit, I would go down and just pick up Fer. But I can't move. So Danny's like super nice and super kind, and she does that favor for me. But this is sort of what I was talking about when I was referring to understanding like the nature of what I'm painting. Like I could just start very, very quickly to attempt to make this portrait far tighter. It would be, as I paint my my microphone again, it would be a little bit rushed, I feel, but I think that I could work around it, and I feel I could like start, you know, detailing things. But I think in a painting where you have to cover so much ground in such a small space of time, like it's going to be very the painting, I feel, is very unforgiving if you try to force the pacing of the painting. Like if you try to paint it quicker than it should be. You can always paint quick. It's not a matter of painting, of like physically painting quick, like your hand moving quickly. It's not about that. It's just about understanding where to go and what to solve at what moment and where to stop. So those things I feel are, it's almost like the painting is asking you to go slow because there is much more room to cover, which means that the variables that you have to deal with are bigger. They're going to be a little more evident, and you can't just get away with like maybe hiding them behind being expressive. So yeah, so that's the part where I'm trying to be a little more conscious about kind of not fighting against what the painting is asking me to do. You know, I feel like it is telling me like, come on, if you want this to work, don't force a pace into the painting. And that's my little struggle right now, because as with everything, I think our eye just as I pick a brush. Our eye just absolutely loves little details or just little kind of instances of the painting where we can just lose ourselves in. And I have to be super, super mindful of those moments. Like, I need those moments, but if I stay there for too long, then the painting is kind of ruined. So I have to know when to stop and how long I should stop in those areas for. I think that's the best way to try and explain it. So nice. There's no real sort of harsh drawing within that portrait. Like, for example, with the nose, there's no real, like, harsh underplane of the nose. There's something really nice about the almost drawn marks that you can get with the lashes, with Danny's lashes, that are really, really beautiful. I used to joke, and if somebody gets this reference, you guys deserve like a book. But when we started, we would do Instagram lives. And in one of those Instagram lives, I joked about Danny because Danny has like these beautiful eyes. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous. Like, all of Danny is absolutely gorgeous. But she has these gorgeous eyes. And I would always joke that her lashes were fake, which is totally fine if you wear fake lashes. That's super not an issue. I mean, who cares? But I would joke about that. And people started thinking that it was real. And they were like, oh, don't be mean. Like, those lashes are beautiful. If they're fake, they're beautiful. You're beautiful, Danny. And I don't know why. You leave me alone. And I started talking about your fake lashes.
I don't have fake lashes.
Your mic is not on.
I don't have fake lashes.
I know.
That was a joke you did?
I know. I was just telling everyone that it was a joke.
Yeah, people were like, no, Danny, don't feel bad. You can use whatever you want. And that's super nice. And I know I can use whatever I want, but it was a joke.
We joke a lot. I think if people don't know us, and people don't have to know us, but I think they'd be surprised of how much crap we give each other and how much we joke constantly.
Yeah.
Like, we don't get hurt with what we say.
That has always been our
dynamic. Since we started.
So, yeah.
Like, one of the reasons I liked Danny was that she could take a joke and she's super funny. She's also super, super funny. So
looking.
Yeah, no. But you could take it and you can dish it, as they say. So I love that because I'm that way too.
Yeah, and I'm that way too because I like that you never
apologize.
You never feel hurt.
No.
Because of
not
something
from you.
I say.
No, not from you.
I would never say something to try and hurt you.
No, not this month.
Yeah. So you were talking about that then?
Yeah. I don't know where I was going with that. It's just that you leave me alone, I panic, and I start just being super honest. So.
Okay. So, remember Ali Asari was asking about the color palette?
Yeah.
They were saying it's very limited.
Okay.
Ivory black, titanium white, ultramarine blue,
we're doing
burnt
well
sienna,
okay,
cat red medium, and cat yellow medium.
Okay.
I know I can't make very vibrant, rich colors.
What?
But is it close to primary colors?
Yeah.
Can you suggest me better colors?
I think it's a perfect palette. You have a bright yellow, you have a bright red, you have a blue. I mean, ultramarine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have like a regular blue, maybe not as high chroma as your yellow as your red. So you're totally fine, and you have black and white. That's you could paint your whole life with that palette. You're totally fine. Totally fine. Like, if you like that palette, if you feel comfortable with that palette, dude, keep painting with that palette. Like, try to make the most out of that palette, the most you can. If you are feeling that you can't get to certain things with that palette, I wouldn't suggest look elsewhere. I would suggest first, because I think that's a decision that you're making by having that very controlled palette. I would suggest don't blame the palette. I mean, it sounds harsh when I'm telling you, like, don't blame your palette, because I'm probably suggesting that it's your fault. But, it is our fault when we can't take, as much advantage of as we can out of the palette. So, yeah. So try to. Oh, Danny, you're gonna
What?
kill me, but
No.
I can't reach the
You're
new
gonna
white.
kill me?
Yeah, I can't reach it. It's like way down there. Thank you. Oh my God, you're dying over there. Everything's dropping. Apocalypse. Oh, thank you.
I have to unpack it.
Danny, how close we are to our launching.
12 minutes. I
12
was
minutes.
opening the what?
That's a video game.
12 minutes?
Yeah, it's called like that.
What is it about?
I could tell you because I already know, but the story is terrible.
Oh, but it has a storyline? I thought it had something to do because I remember, wait.
It has a story. It's like a story game.
Oh, no, because I remember the game we played.
Oh, no, we played Minute.
Oh, that one.
That's
Yeah,
super cool.
that was
That's
cool.
Super, like, an ingenious game.
I can't open this. I have to
See,
use my...
So this
Yeah.
is the example. So Danny will say, I can't open this. I can't open. And I'll be like, I should.
No, but I wasn't
should say-
asking for your help. I was saying
Right.
I have to use my mouth. So I'm sorry. I have to bite.
Always.
The
Like, that's your first recourse. Like, always go for, like, biting something. You're going to chip a tooth at some point. That's Danny with everything. Anything.
Not everything. I
like
mean,
a like
I never
a bottle.
open a can.
Yeah.
Oh, but you
A
know
champagne
what?
bottle. Oh, sorry.
A friend-
I'm gonna have to use my teeth.
When I was bartending, I had a friend who could open
like beer bottles.
with her mouth.
Yeah.
Like, I would never even try to do that.
Yeah. I don't know how cool of a party trick that is.
No, terrible.
Yeah.
Why would you?
Again, I mean that you could ask that for anything human being. Anything human. Why would you?
There you go. Finally,
Ooh,
here it
look
is.
at that.
No, wait. Because
Oh, I
it
love
has
this.
another
Finally.
tape. Oh my God! It has a lot of
What?
like protection barriers.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Danny,
Wait.
what is going on? Quite possibly worst unboxing ever?
Yeah,
Ever?
but it wasn't on screen. I mean, I was
Screaming.
no, I was having the camera,
Toughest time of your life?
the box a little
Yeah.
bit lower, so they didn't realize it was such a struggle. There you go.
Thank you. There we
You're
go.
welcome.
New white. That's always feels like Christmas. New paint always feels, and these whites, they're always different. I feel all of them. Sometimes they're creamier, sometimes they're stiffer.
But-
So I'm very curious to see how this one feels.
But they're
They're the same.
pretty creamier always.
They're the same, but they're never the same.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can explain it.
So James Heller.
Thank you, Danny, by the way.
No, you're welcome. James Heller said, "Buddy, where's the link for your new book?" So, in 9 minutes,
9 minutes.
we're gonna release
It's a
the
video
project.
game, you know?
So again,
No, not
bad
really.
joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, in 9 minutes, James, we're gonna release
The hounds.
the book, the campaign. So, you can.
You know, I'm
Go
thinking.
check it out.
Where is Release the Hounds? Where does that come from?
You're
Release the
asking the wrong
Hounds.
person. I mean, Ground
know.
Zero.
I know.
So,
Because that's like a, I don't know, Montgomery Burns, but that's not a Simpson thing. Release the Hounds? Where does that come from? Don't look. Let's see if our chat can help us.
I'm gonna look, but I'm not gonna tell.
Well,
you.
our chat also is Googling, so. Is it literature? It's probably literature.
Wait.
Release
Well-
the Hounds? Oh, it's probably like an English thing. Don't tell me. It's probably like an English thing, like Release the Hounds, like a hunting thing. Henry VIII thing, maybe.
Because it says. Do you want me to tell you, or we wait?
Tell me if I'm like super off with what I was saying. It's a hunting thing. It has to be. Well, I mean, when they say it jokingly, as if release the hounds, like hounds are gonna hunt like somebody who's running away, like a person.
It says it refers
Okay,
to
let's go.
bloodhounds,
Yeah.
which have been used to track people since the Middle Ages, usually criminals. Bloodhounds are great at their job and it's very hard to escape them. Hence the ominous overtone of the phrase. It's
Okay.
something that would be said right before a person is taken down by giant dogs. So, your dream.
Yeah. But release the ugly
Monsters.
friend. Yeah, the poodles. The
No, 'cause
ugly ass. Well, the poodles used to be. Are you okay? You're falling apart over there.
No, I dropped something, but I can look for it later.
Yeah. So it's not quite the same. I'm gonna say.
Uh,
But is there any like reference? I wanted like a reference. Like who said it? Is that from a book? Like is it from like a
Cause
Sherlock Holmes book, or
the
is it from a?
the second webpage said Mr. Burns.
Yeah, I know, but
So-
no, it's obviously. But I'm wondering if there's something in literature that where they said release the hounds.
Mm. No.
Somebody has to be famous for that.
Well, there's even a program, a TV program called
Yeah?
Release the Hounds. Yeah. Because they're only talking about that program now. Like, where is Release the Hounds filmed? Is
What?
Release the Hounds come back? Is Release the Hounds come back?
That's our level of English. Nice.
What movie do they say Release the Hounds? Where can I watch Release the Hounds for free? Is Release the Hounds on Amazon Prime?
Oh, so you're just gonna go and list all of them, Danny? Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So Daniel Castinet said Animal Farm, Orwell.
Maybe.
Dan Costello said Mr. Burns on The Simpsons.
I know. That's the contemporary one, but it has to be like, I don't know, or maybe it was just like a police thing.
Leo Triple S said Game of Thrones or I'm tripping.
No, but it's old. It has to be older than all of that.
Joe Pyra said Sherlock Holmes. Love That Yellow reminds me of the recent work of Manola Mesa. Do you know his work?
Maybe I do.
Let
not
me-
by name. I feel bad not.
In 4 minutes. Let's see. Manola Mesa.
Oh God, what am I doing? I'm being like super tight with your
Oh.
face.
This one? It looks good.
Nice.
It looks
nice.
like kind of Emil J. Robinson with the...
Yeah, Emil Robinson. Yeah.
I always say Emil J.
Well,
Robinson.
you always you never miss a letter.
What?
You never miss a letter, even with people in the chat. So
Oh, yeah. I'm super polite and respectful.
that's
'Cause-
respect.
Because Emil on Instagram is Emil J. Robinson. So maybe they like the J.
Well, I'm Nicolas Uribe, and you don't have to call me Nicolas Uribe.
But because I don't refer to you as Nicolas
right.
Uribe.
Yeah, but that was the perfect perfect comeback, Danny. I'm sorry. Sorry to say.
Well, you were talking about my lashes. So...
Lashing out.
Yeah. I saved you. Alejandro Morales said, isn't something with hounds in Dante's Divine Comedy?
Maybe. I love how we're all just fishing, blindly, like.
S said World of Warcraft.
Okay. And I love the just a huge array for these references. It's anywhere.
George Pelipar said, "Cry, Hovak, and let's sleep the dogs of war." What? Cry, Hovak? Havoc? Cry, Havoc? This que Hovak. Did you understand that?
Not the Hovak.
Havoc? Or Avoc? With an H?
No, havoc. That word is havoc.
Cry, Havoc.
Yeah.
And let's sleep the dogs of war. So Van Sant said, "Hi Nicolas and Danny, am I too late for the party?
No.
Where's the champagne? I didn't have time to get any." No, you are just in time. We are 2 minutes away.
Oof! Happy New Year!
What was it?
I don't know.
I can bring the
What?
cake.
No, the frozen cake
Yeah.
that we used as a photo prop?
No, you're spoiling everything. But I can bring it.
No, I don't think we need it.
With the candle?
Nope.
Okay. Gabriel Pozo was asking, Nico, have you ever used unbleached titanium white? Any thoughts on it?
It's super off, right? Like a super off white. No, I haven't. I've seen it. It's like a sort of like this pale, earthy, warm gray. It's super cool. It's really, really interesting. No, I use very boring colors, to be very, quite honest with you. Let me see if I can do something strange with your nose.
Dan Costello said that is from Shakespeare. Alejandro Morales said Star Wars. Miguel Fonseca.
Yo le creo a Miguel. Miguel es muy culto.
Baskerville Hound. De
Hound of
Arthur
Baskerville?
Conan Doyle. Conan Doyle.
Arthur Conan Doyle? Maybe.
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 Baby. 4.
What? Danny, you
It's
can't...
4 p.m. No, because
Oh.
I had the alarm on. So,
okay.
I'm ready.
God, I thought somebody had died over there. Like a pigeon had
Wait,
slammed
what's
into the... Oh, it's like 2 buttons, Danny.
I'm nervous.
Danny, you have one job. It's the big button that says launch.
It is on.
Oh, there we
It is
go.
live. Woo!
There we go.
So,
Could you share the...
yes, wait.
Great, thank you.
So the book crowdfunding is up. Wait. Wait.
Oh, it's gonna be one of those heads that I paint like 1,000 times, Danny. Oh my God. You can just copy the stuff that's up there.
Wait.
If you're searching for it, guys, just go to the Kickstarter page and just search for Nicolas Uribe or Possibilities, and you'll see it.
So I'm gonna book campaign is live. Woo! There you go. Woo! There's the link. Yes.
Nice, exciting.
Yeah. I'm so nervous. I don't know why.
No, why is that?
I'm always nervous. I mean, Leah said, Danny, you're taking too long with the link. I'm sorry, I wasn't prepared. But I mean, it's 4:02. It wasn't that bad.
You're saying Happy New Year at like 12:30.
Yeah. January the 2nd.
Yeah.
So, Shade Black said, woo! Sergi Arts Dice, let's go. Alejandro Morales, link, link, link. Sergio G says, congratulations. Shade Black said, LOL, no pressure at all, Danny.
I know, one job. I mean,
Maurice Robbins, said, link. Andrés Pinzón dice, va a colapsar el Kickstarter. Adrián Barcel said, pledged, can't wait, congratulations, you
Thank
too.
you so
oh,
much.
Thank you,
Thank
Adrián,
you.
thank you so much. Shade Black said, yes, wow, you have backers already. Woo! I went to... No, but I don't really want to see because I'm going to be super nervous.
Oh,
I'm
no.
gonna close the window.
Yeah, that's the worst thing you could do.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the painting.
So let me just read the last comments.
Yeah, because we named, like, from, Shakespeare to Conan Doyle to, who else mentioned a book? So I went with, like, it's probably like Sherlock Holmes, so, like, Conan Doyle, Hound of Baskerville, Shakespeare.
Or Mr. Burns.
Mr. Burns. World of Warcraft, was it? Or
Yeah.
Warhammer, somebody said. Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think we were missing just comic books, maybe. Like a comic strip. Little Nemo. Let's just throw Little Nemo in there. Just for the hell of it.
I thank you. Everyone's so kind in the comments.
That's awesome. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Jeff Avila just said, just pledge for the artist edition. Super excited.
Oh, dude, that's so
thank
awesome.
you,
So,
Jeff.
so the way that's gonna work is that you'll get an email from us, and we'll figure out, like, we'll just ask you, the painter that, or the artist. I'm sorry.
It could be a
Yeah,
musician.
any artist,
Sculpture.
Alive, dead. Hopefully that I can get pictures of easily. But we'll send that info as when the Kickstarter ends. So.
But thank you so much, Jeff. JG said, can you tell us more about your choice of brushes, natural, synthetic, etc.?
I think natural ones right now. I only have some bristles that I'm not even using today. Some hog bristles that I'm not even using today.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I would use. I have used in the past, and we've talked about it, like very soft natural hair brushes. So like mongoose or what else have I used? Kolinsky Sable brushes. I'm thinking, like, what else have I used? Like Badger brushes maybe, but for like watercolor stuff. So yeah, I'm not opposed to that, but I wanted to make a transition towards more synthetic brushes. I just don't, I don't feel comfortable with the industry of natural hair brushes, specifically like the softer brushes. So I stopped using those. I do have my old like hog bristles that I use. I'm trying to also replace those, although I feel that those are harder to replace than the natural hair ones. I'm sure that people that use softer natural hairs would not agree with me, because they are, for them those brushes are super, super important. But in my sort of painting, I need brushes that I can kind of beat up, because I'm not a very like classically trained painter, so I'm bound to just not use my brushes that properly, which means that I don't really take advantage of my brushes either. So I'm just, I probably just go through them constantly. So that was outside. Yeah. So, and the way I use them, I wish I could be a little more helpful with that, because I don't know. I'm very emotional, I guess, when I paint. Super, super kind of sensitive, in the sense that I'm trying to understand what the painting is telling me, if it needs something rougher, if it needs like what sort of edge work is it asking me for, if it needs something to be cleaner, if it needs an edge to be sharper, if it needs something to open up. So based upon that and based on the brushes that I do own, I try to make those adjustments. I think that's as vague and specific as I can go.
You know what I was going to tell you? Because what?
No.
You were going to make a joke, right?
No, I was just going to say nope. I don't know what you were going to say.
Because I just got a notification on my phone.
Yes.
Because I had the reminder on.
Yes.
So maybe you can do a tiny story, don't you think?
In a little bit.
Okay.
I'm not. I want to do this. I want to be present in this painting first.
Okay.
You know me. I have priorities, and if I'm painting, I'm painting.
Okay.
Like there'll be time for that.
Okay.
That's totally fine.
Oh, so Sazan was saying the cover is beautiful too. One of my favorite recent paintings of
Reese's
you.
Pieces.
Reese's Pieces. Oof.
Yeah, and you know what's kind of poetic about that one, Sasan? That I struggled a lot with it, and that was a painting that I didn't even want to try and sell because I thought it was like a failed painting. And this is true. Like the person that eventually bought it was the first person that wrote to me.
Yeah, but it wasn't even available in the website.
No, I didn't even put it in the website. Yeah, you're right. But the person that bought it asked, if it was for sale, and I said, not really. I just don't feel that comfortable with it. And he was super cool. He was like, well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know. And eventually, I never received so many people being interested in a single painting, I feel.
And even when you were doing the stream, people were like, oh, I love this.
Yeah.
And you were like not feeling it.
No, not at all.
But yeah, it had a super good response.
Yeah. And the response wasn't really what made me change my mind. Like, just sell it. There's people out there that want it. Not really. It was just, I think I was blind to the good things that were happening at that moment. And just next day, it gave me enough, like that little bit of perspective we sometimes need. And I was able to say, okay, I can see things that...
I can see clearly now.
Yeah, I can see things that yesterday I just wasn't capable of seeing.
Yeah.
And that felt cool. But I also wanted to be, it wasn't like a tantrum. I wasn't like throwing a tantrum saying like, no, this is not good, blah, blah, blah. No, it was like I genuinely just, all I could see was the struggling, in that session. So it just wasn't allowing me to see anything else. And it was fun. It was fun. It was, when I was fine with it, I was like, okay, let me see if I can sell it. But when picking a cover, we realized, okay, this could be super nice, that maybe there are expectations of paintings, and maybe sometimes you try to have like, for a cover, you usually try to have like a super, super powerful painting that, that you recognize as it being, somewhat iconic. Like people will love, if this was like a collecting, if this was about collecting, like collectors would love to say, I own the cover of this book. Like that means something. That's usually a far more expensive painting. And when the truth is that this painting was just kind of painful in many ways. And, so that sort of unexpected quality of it being relevant or not relevant. I actually don't really like that word. But the fact that it was a painting that reminded me that, that even though I feel or I believe that I have a really deep connection with painting, there are times that I'm going to be very, very blind to just beautiful aspects of it. And I'm probably going to be blind to them because I'm just imposing something upon the painting. I just want the painting to be something that it's not. And it was just a nice reminder. So I think it suits the title of the book really well, the possibilities title. I think that our project really is about that. It really is about going outside of comfort zone and just trying things out, letting yourself, granting yourself the possibility to try things out, not just judging, ourselves harshly for attempting to do stuff, even if we fail in whatever that word means, however we define failure, which for sure means that we're being harsh on ourselves. That's what usually happens when we use that word, like overly harsh on ourselves. So it was a nice kind of unexpected combination of all those things. And this is the cool thing about this being an us book, that we don't have to run it through a team of people that say, oh, that's not cover material. That's not a good cover. It's like, well, that's going to be the cover. Like, we can actually say, no, thank you, but no, that's going to be the cover, because we are designing our book and we are making all the decisions that in terms of what our book is going to be about and how it's going to look. So it's very super powerful. Like, it also means us making our book also means that everything is difficult. Everything's going to be far more difficult, but it also means that it's a reminder that that's the price of that freedom. So we embrace that. We embrace those new responsibilities that happen, and we are super willing to sacrifice the ease of printing something for the sake of just answering to the voice that belongs to our project. So.
Gabriel Pozo dice, felicidades Nico y Dani, hasta el video está chéverísimo. A celebrar.
Chévere.
Ay, gracias, qué chévere.
Sí, gracias.
Chévere que les haya gustado.
Todo Dani, eso fue todo Dani.
No.
Sí.
Pues, o sea, sí, pero todo es de los dos.
Salí bien, salí tierno. Me sorprendí. A mí, por ejemplo, no me gusta nunca como yo me veo.
Yo siempre te veo bien y tierno.
Y en ese salí como...
Odiaste que dijera eso.
Salí amigable. Salí como afable, confiable. O sea, yo confiaría en ese personaje que veo ahí.
Yo siempre confiaría en ti.
No, pero pues tú porque ya me conoces, pero... O sea, yo, si veo a ese extraño calvito así de gorra, yo digo, se ve como un bacán, confío.
Sí, es chévere. Y esa tortica es la que está en el congelador todavía.
Sí, ese pedazo es muy Our Painted Lives. Ese pedazo es muy... Como, bueno,
ay, a mí me parece,
¿qué tenemos
pero me
para
parece chévere,
solucionar esto?
porque al final yo quise hacer la torta y yo pues no sé hacer tortas. Y pues yo quise editar los videos sin saber editar videos. Entonces es justicia divina.
¿Justicia divina? ¿Qué? ¿Por qué va a ser justicia divina?
Sí, o sea, no, es...
No, perdóname,
Sí.
ese no es la palabra que
y
estás
no me
buscando.
puedo excusar en que es en inglés.
Sí, fue inglés.
entonces-
Como tú dices, oh, sorry,
No,
lost in translation.
Es perfecto, es el toque perfecto para lo que fue el proyecto. Gracias, sí.
Justicia
Oye,
divina.
de verdad yo me tropiezo
Yo
y tú
te
abres
paso
más
por
grande el
encima.
hueco
Sí,
donde-
yo
sí.
paso por encima y digo,
Pucha,
miren a esa
saltas en el
señora,
charco, sí.
miren a esa borracha que se cayó.
Además a la señora borracha, cuando yo... Creo que nunca me has visto borracha.
O sea,
No,
te fuiste
pero
súper lejos con eso.
Hablando, ¿en serio?
Nunca.
¿Nunca?
Sí, no.
¿No?
Si querías aclarar eso públicamente, sí, no. Nunca en mi vida te he visto borracha. Y no lo digo, o sea, con sarcasmo, no. Es la verdad, nunca.
Jay Murillo was asking, did you guys monetize your channel yet or no? I'm just curious.
No, we haven't.
No monetize? Yeah.
Nope. Oh yeah. Oh, I thought the making it like a join, or that while we're having chat, people can like
Oh,
tip
we don't
money or
have
something.
donations? No, what are you talking about? Because I mean, we do monetize with ads.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we don't have like the what
I don't
is
know
it
what that's called. Like the join stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
join our channel. No, we don't have that stuff. We get a couple of bucks with every video. Like literally a couple of bucks.
So, I'm trying not to read all the comments because they're talking about the progress.
No, we shouldn't. Yeah, don't.
Yeah.
That
No,
makes us more nervous.
they're being super, super nice. But I'm just trying not to read because then I would start picking on the page, like refreshing the page.
Yeah, that's not healthy.
Oh,
God.
A ver.
But you want to look.
No, because
I can sense you're dying to look. I know you.
No, because you know what? Because I thought this was a question, and
Fuck. I'm sorry.
No. And I read a comment that Liad was saying, Danny, I know you don't want to watch, but you guys already passed and a number. So do you want me to tell you or no?
No, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I'm super fine. I don't want to sound like grumpy or
No, but I know you.
like Mr. Buzzkill.
You.
No, it's
you
just
have a lot more peace of mind if you're not paying attention to that all the time.
Yes.
Van Sant said,
Oui.
I feel limited by the choice of opaque colors in water mixable oils.
Oh yeah. It's a small palette.
I'd like to try usual oil, but I'm concerned about the toxicity. I don't expect to use terps. What do you think? I paint in a tiny room and work all day in the same room.
Wait, is this Van Sant or is this Vincent?
Van Sant.
Okay. So is he asking what colors would we recommend that are
No.
what opaque?
No, they were saying that they feel limited because of the water mixable oils, and that they would like to try to use regular oils, but they're concerned about the toxicity.
Yeah.
That they don't want to use terps.
Yeah.
And they paint in a tiny room all day.
Like us?
In the same room they work.
Yeah.
So what do you think about that? Like using
I would
oil.
suggest don't you can use oils, Vincent, but don't use solvents. If you're in a small room, don't use solvents.
Does it has
Even if it has like a
windows?
window, like don't do it. It's just a small room. I mean, as well vented as it can be. It's just gonna solvents don't just stay in one place. They float to the rest of your house. So yeah, if you want to avoid them, there's nothing bad in avoiding them. Don't worry. It's just that your painting is gonna be different. You have to be okay with that. As long as you understand that your painting is gonna feel different and ultimately be different, then you're gonna be okay.
So Van Sant said, what about the toxicity? By the way, it's really great to see these 2 years collected. I mean, thank you.
Thank you. Toxicity in terms of the pigments, you would have the same toxicity if they were water soluble or, if you were painting with acrylics. If you're using a pigment that is toxic, like let's say lead white or heavy metals, if you're using cobalts or cadmiums or cinnabar, those are always going to be toxic, Vincent. But regardless of what the binder is, so the binder could be oil, and they're going to be toxic, or the binder could be an acrylic resin and be acrylics, and they're going to be toxic, or the binder could be a gum for watercolors, and they're going to be toxic. So, toxic colors are going to be toxic colors. There's no other way. There's no way around that. So I would suggest there's Vincent, Google cadmium free or like heavy metal free colors or heavy metal free alternatives to oil paint, and you'll see that there's a bunch of new colors that you can use to replace cobalt, like cobalt blue, cad red, cad yellow, and that's super nice. That's super cool.
Vincent said, I learned to paint watching your channel. I don't know what to do with solvents.
Yeah, avoid them then. Don't worry.
Ali Asari said, I don't use solvents either. I just use linseed oil and it works fine.
There you go. There you go.
Dean White said, I hear great things about Cobra Artist water oils. Charlie Hunter uses them to great effect.
Yeah, and I think Tommy has used them. Tommy Galinsky. So
I don't know if Tommy is here.
No, but I think Vincent
maybe
kind of knows Tommy, so he could ask Tommy for a more educated perspective on those Cobra ones.
Liad was asking, Nicolas, how many color is too many to no longer be considered a limited palette?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Maybe more than 5, I would say. Maybe. 4 is great. 4 is fantastic. 4 is the sweet spot. It's perfect. You could paint with 3 for sure. You could paint with 2 for sure. So for examples of 2, it would be, titanium white, burnt and raw umber, or titanium white and ivory black. Examples with 3 could be titanium white, burnt sienna, and ultramarine blue. That's like a super, super versatile palette. And examples with 4, it could either be the 3 primary colors plus white, or it could be a Zorn palette, for example. Mm-hmm. So I think anything after that seems to be like you're stretching your palette a little bit. Maybe.
So,
I'm going to say, if you could do it with 4, great. If you could do it 5, it's fine. But if you went past 5, that's a palette. You can't call that like a limited palette. Small palette, but you can't call it a limited palette.
So Guillaume was asking Tommy who?
Oh, Galinsky. Yeah, he's a super talented painter. A UK painter. And it's part of the Canio group, the infamous Canio group. And I know that Tommy has used those Cobra Kai. Yeah,
so Liad said, so 5 including white?
So you always have to include
white. It's not
white.
a limited palette?
White is a color. I'm always going to include it. So what's that? 5 including white? Yes.
Past that, it's not a limited palette?
I think it does. I think it won't be. I mean, in my experience of what we have come to agree is a limited palette, I think if I hear like 7 colors, I'm like, dude, that's a palette. Come on. That's not a limited palette. That's just a regular palette.
Oh, sorry. Verse said, I'm using cadmium red now. Totally worth the risk. I'll do some cardio later.
No, just wash your hands. Like,
but yeah,
I don't know how good cardio is for
I like the comment.
Yeah, for heavy metal
it's like
poisoning.
Having a burger with
I know.
Like a super big burger.
Yeah, but to cure like a cold.
Yeah.
Because it has nothing to do. Yeah. Like cardio would not do anything. Like I'm guessing you're thinking of sweating out the all the heavy metals you've absorbed. But no, I don't think you can sweat those out. Yeah, just wash your hands. That's fine.
So Vincent was saying.
Or wear gloves. That's what the most responsible of painters wear gloves. That's why I'm not wearing gloves. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Vincent said, okay, so if I understand well, the binder itself is not toxic.
No.
So if I just replace my paints with classic oils, it would not change.
Nothing would change. Nope.
And Vincent said, yes, I use Cobra. They are much smoother than the Windsor you used.
Oh, yeah. Those are super gummy. Super, super gummy. Like, I don't know how else to describe them. Just rubbery, I feel.
So Michael said, sorry, just got here.
Yeah.
Is the book out? No.
Oh, so the project is out.
The campaign, yeah. So
yeah, we have to be super, because a lot of people are not very familiar with how
crowdfunding works.
Right, and that's totally fine. That's super, super fine. I mean, we had to learn about it the first time we did it. So crowdfunding means that you're helping a project be produced. So it actually takes time to produce that project. And the reason for ours that it would take more time, it's mainly because of rewards. Like you also try to offer rewards to people aside from the book, so that and those rewards tend to be, you know, a little more exclusive, but which also means a little more expensive. And what usually you try to do with those rewards is subsidize the cost of the production of the book. So if there's not, you know, if you need, like, let's say, for example, that you need 1,000 backers. I'm exaggerating, but you need 1,000 backers for the production of a book, or for the production of the book that you want to make. That's a lot of people. That's like a enormous amount of people if you really think about it. So what you try to do is to create like a tier that is more expensive. So instead of having to sell, let's say, 5 books, maybe one person, by supporting you through that tier, can represent those 5 people. So now you don't need 1,000 people. And if you cover, you know, if you're able to find enough people that will support you on that more expensive tier, so now it's not going to be 1,000 people, it's going to be 700 people. So that's a way that you can try to help yourself get a little bit closer to the project that you want to make. That's, you know, honestly, that's the reason that, you know, those tiers exist in particularly in editorial projects and books. But yeah, the book is done, you know, based on your support. That's what's different about just us, you know, being something that we're not, which is we're not a publishing house. We are not editors. You know, we are just, you know, our painted lives. So we need the support of people to be able to produce a project like this.
Yeah. So Vincent was saying, Danny, you might be able to put the link to the Kickstarter in the description of the YouTube live. Yes, so that's a great idea. There you go. I was just doing that.
See, I'm dealing with the nervousness, just concentrating on the painting. Oh, this reminds me of Maisha's painting that we did.
Oh,
where she's like presenting her drawing.
Yeah, I
That's
love
super
that.
cool.
Yeah.
Super cool. I love that painting.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't mind, Vincent, I would love for that painting to be in the book.
It's an
Because
amazing
Vincent, you have been one of our most like generous, you know, supporters. But Maisha is so much cooler than you. I'm sorry, you know, there's nothing you can do, you know, against your daughter. So if you're okay with it, because that painting wasn't quite part of our painted lives, as in, you know, it doesn't represent like a video, but I just love that painting. You know, I absolutely adore the interaction I had with you and your daughter, and I would love if that could be part of the book. So if you allow me, because I feel like that's a very personal thing for me, particularly. So if you allow us, then we'll put that painting.
Verse said, I hear that eating cilantro helps remove heavy metals.
Oh, God.
I don't know.
What are we doing now? But you know that I'm not... You know how people with cilantro, Danny, it tastes like soap for some people?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah.
I don't have that issue, but apparently that's an issue.
Sancocho?
Yeah.
Like
in soups, it's like the best. Yeah, that's where it belongs, I feel.
Yeah, it gives like the perfect punch.
Or freshness even. I think it's super fresh for me.
It's like
I don't even know how to describe it.
There's a lot of people that don't like to have albahaca.
Oh, that's...
in their like pasta.
Yeah, no, that is like perfection.
Like, yeah, the perfect balance. How is it called in English? Albahaca?
Basil?
Basil. Yeah.
It's perfect. It's meant to be in pasta, I feel.
Yeah. It tastes so good. You know what I tried the last time? Remember I went to the mall?
Cilantro is like South Americans' albahaca.
What?
I don't know. I don't know.
No.
You went to the mall.
I went to the mall. I was going to the mall, so I had a
some cilantro.
No, I had a quick sandwich.
Yeah.
I used albahaca.
Oh yeah, it makes it better.
So basil, cheese, and bread, and that was all.
Yeah.
Or I don't know why I think maybe like a spicy sauce or something. And it was so good.
Yeah.
So good. Alejandro Morales said, cilantro sounds like a heavy metal band. How is it called in English? Cilantro?
I think cilantro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you have to say it like that, which sounds. I feel stupid when I have to say it like that because it's cilantro, but cilantro.
Cilantro.
Yeah.
And in Italian, do you know?
Cilantro.
No. Coriandolo.
Oh.
I just googled it.
Oh yeah, that wasn't.
Ay. Yeah. Michael or Mikael was saying basil is a necessity. It is.
Oh my God! You're look at you.
What?
You're like salivating. You're. It is.
Alejandro Morales said, I believe cilantro is coriander. Oh, so is that the way it is in English? No, wait.
Isn't it cilantro?
Because it says cilantro in English translates to coriandolo in Italian. What? Wait. Coriander?
Maybe I'm like way off with this. I thought it was like.
So here it says, is coriander the same thing as cilantro?
Okay.
Both cilantro and coriander come from the Coriandrum sativum plant. In the US, cilantro is the name for the plant, leaves and stem, while while coriander is the name for its dried seeds.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Oh, so we're referring to cilantro then.
Yeah.
Cilantro. I'm
Cilantro.
sorry. Cilantro.
Yeah, because we do the whole thing.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Alex May said coriander for us Brits.
Okay.
Oh.
You're going through all the vowels there, so. Consonants now.
Joe Pyro was asking, will your days of paintings be included in the book?
Days off. Could you be more specific, Joe? Maybe help me out to understand that.
Because if I think about it, maybe it has to do with, for example,
reward paintings.
Yeah, the ones from the rewards that you did off camera, like off project.
Okay, yeah. There's some of those are going to be there for sure. Like it is a mix of both Danny and myself's favorite paintings, but it also has to read well. There has to be a rhythm to every single one of the to the sort of traversal of the book, I feel. Mm-hmm. So there are going to be paintings that maybe are not our favorites, but we super need them to be in the book. Mm-hmm. I think that there's going to be like a really nice kind of healthy mix of all of that.
Yeah.
So.
Van Sant said, we'd be super happy to see it there, and she would
awesome.
be so proud.
Oh.
The painting is framed and hanged in the corridor. We have a painting for each member of the family. It's awesome. Thank you, guys.
Oh, that's amazing. So,
yeah.
no, we would be the happiest. So, thank you for that.
Liad was asking.
Yes.
Nicolas?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
If
$1 million.
What?
I don't know. I just went with that. And what if I answer that? Could that be an answer? I'm about to sneeze.
Bless you. Ooh,
No, I don't know what I did there. Sorry.
That was so
Could that be an
loud.
answer? Yeah, I'm sorry.
You never sneeze so
Never.
loud.
No, I
what
never
was
sneeze.
that?
I don't know. You got to do it at least once. Anyways, I was going to say, could that have been the answer to the question that I didn't let you read?
No.
No? Okay.
I don't know. I haven't even read the question.
Okay.
So it says, Nicolas,
$1 million.
if I wanted to create the ultimate palette that
Mhm.
could reach the widest range of chroma and tones,
Oh,
but
wow.
also not buy all the paints, what do you think it would be?
Oh, that's a tough one. I mean, there are, I think if you start with primaries, that's fine. You would then have to find a way to get earths from primaries, which is a little more difficult, to be honest. So, maybe you have to put it like some earths in there. I tend to put just raw umber because I feel it's like a very neutral earth, but it still retains its earthiness. That can be super versatile, that earth, I feel. And then, if you go for primaries, you have to start to question if they can give you the secondaries that you want. So if you can have access to the oranges, to the greens, and to the violets that you want. If not, then you would probably have to buy some, I don't know, cobalt green or cat green, or I don't know, cobalt violet maybe, and some cat orange. I don't know. But if you really want like a very, high chroma, pure version of those secondaries. So I think that's where the question would lie in. Because earth tones, you can kind of get away with having one earth tone. Let's say if we're doing that exercise where it's like, what is the least, like the very bare minimum that you can buy that would give you a very broad array of hue possibilities. So I think the raw umber could do that. But yeah, secondaries would be, I think that's where the palette kind of crumbles in terms of having access to very high chroma in secondaries, in oranges and violets and in greens. So maybe you do need a violet, an orange, and a green. But then that makes it quite a large palette if you think about it. Like titanium white, then you have one yellow, one orange, one red, one violet, one blue, and one green, and raw umber. Woof, that's a big palette. Yeah, that's a big palette.
Gabriel Pozo dice, Nico, ¿te diste cuenta que lanzaron el proyecto el mismo día en el que nació Sargent?
What? No.
Y tu mamá dice, Sargent, a great American painter.
Yeah. Mamá googleó eso, pero bueno. No, I'm kidding. No. No, mi mamá se acuerda mucho. Ella siempre me dice, ella no conocía a Sargent hasta que fue al Metropolitano y me acuerdo que fuimos al ala de pintura americana y se sorprendió mucho. No, Sargent es un monstruo. Es un monstruo. Es inevitable.
me da risa cuando haces... es un monstruo. Eso es muy tú.
Pero uno, ¿qué hace con Sargent?
Es un monstruo.
Monstruo. Animal.
Y dice...
dice...
So, Joe Pyra. Remember that Joe was asking about the days of paintings?
Yes.
Joe said the 15 days of show.
Oh, the... what? No, the 30 days where I did like 24, I feel, or 20 something.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, that one, Joe. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to put, not all, Joe, but I want to put some paintings in there. Yes. I think Joe has the spider, if I'm not mistaken.
I love
think
that
so.
one.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Joe, but I have a good memory for the home of my paintings. So... Well, Joe has been super generous.
Oh
also
yeah,
with us.
I know. I
So,
know.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize.
But I
that
think
Joe
he's
had
got the
that
spider.
specific
Yeah, that one's
painting.
super cool, I feel.
So, Roslyn was saying, bless you, Nick, when you
That was-
super sneezed.
Oh, yeah. That wasn't like a regular sneeze, but thank you.
Um,
Sorry about that. I didn't know what to do. First time I've sneezed
No,
and
and
like
you were
all
like,
the
and
yeah, I
then-
didn't know what to do. I was panicking. And I spit all over my palate. So we're doing a fetching. We're doing a very organic fetching today.
Guillaume said, anybody having trouble connecting with Facebook on Kickstarter? Sorry, we weren't able to connect to Facebook. Oh,
I think when you try to link it, yeah, maybe.
but you could try with your...
Yeah, just make a username.
Or
If I
sometimes it lets you with the Google account, is it?
I'm
not sure if in Kickstarter,
Yeah,
but-
let's not say stuff that we're not super sure of.
I'm sorry.
But no. I'm just saying like because then people think that maybe that's a possibility. I know it's like easier to just say, oh, log in with Facebook account. But sometimes, you know what? Sometimes that's not like super cool because then all these companies share your information with each other. So, you know. But if you just log in just using like a separate email account or something like that, then that's a little bit better, I feel.
Liad was saying, Danny, what is that show you two like? Is it Dark Matter? No, just Dark. Is it?
You're asking me?
Yeah, because
Of
I don't know
course
if
it's
they're
Dark.
asking about Dark.
Oh, I'm
But
sure. Yeah,
if
I'm
they're
sure
saying
it's
Dark Matter, I would
I
guess
mean-
it's Dark.
kind of has to do with dark matter. You know, sort of.
Yeah, but it's only Dark.
It's only
It's
dark.
on Netflix.
Yeah.
Amazing show.
It's an amazing show. Yeah, it's one of the best TV shows ever, I feel.
Rosalind said, I made an account with Kickstarter. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
Van Sant said, what about the interview of James Gurney? I'm ready to find someone in New York to meet him and provide internet connection, camera, and microphone.
I promise this. Tomorrow I'll write to him. Tomorrow.
Dean White.
We should thank him in the book. I didn't think about this. We should.
Yeah.
I think a lot of like, for me personally, Danny, I think you've heard me say this. I don't think I would have wanted to do like, you know, videos and just make them available for everyone if it wasn't for Gurney.
Yeah.
I really don't think that idea would have entered my brain if I wasn't so kind of humbled by everything he's put out for
Yeah.
everyone, you know, throughout the years. And he does it in this like the most almost like precarious way, like
And the sweetest.
yeah, and it's like a blog, you know, for years he's maintained this blog, but if you go down the rabbit hole of Gurney Journey, oh my God, there's so much information in there, like so much information that
Yeah.
it's unbelievable that a person can be that generous. So
Yeah.
he is that sweet. I really do feel that he is that genuinely sweet of a man, and I personally can tell you, none of this I think would have been
for sure.
possible if it wasn't for how much I look up to
Yeah,
him.
for
So,
sure.
yeah, maybe if I do a small forward, I'm gonna take the opportunity to thank him. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I would like that
I
too.
think that is what we should do, I feel.
Svenskart
Oh wow, you went for it.
said, Dark is awesome.
Yeah.
Your brain is going to hell while watching this.
Yeah.
Dean White said, hey, Nicolas and Danny.
Hey.
Cobra just came out with a new paper to paint oils on that I'm going to grab this month
Oh,
when I get back to painting again.
dude,
Oh,
let us know how it is.
Yeah.
Like honestly, we're gonna wait for your review.
Yeah. Gabriel Pozo said Gurney's blog is a godsend.
It's amazing. It really is absolutely amazing. And nothing is close to that. I guess Muddy Colors is also a very, very generous blog. but there's something about Gurney that's just, I don't know. It's just amazing. So I love that human being. I want to be him. I'll come right out and say it. I want to be him, even though I do think he's like 100 times more talented than I am. Even though I've never paint Nat Geo cover ever in my life. Even though I probably will never work on movies. So I'm probably gonna do 5% of what he's done in his life, but I want to be him. So
Stan said, "You guys have kept my company while I paint so often. I thought it's time I created a channel so that I can jump in the chat." Oh, that's so nice.
dude, that's so cool.
Just back the Kickstarter too.
Oh, thank you so much.
LFG.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Stan. Yeah, that's so sweet.
What's LFG? I feel super ignorant.
LFG. No. L.
Do we know? I don't know either.
No.
I feel old.
I read it out loud because maybe.
I thought you read it with such authority
L.
that I was like, oh yeah, that's like a Danny generation thing. Like, I'm just old.
If it's in English, I wouldn't know.
Give me the first word and I'll try to figure out
No,
the other ones.
So, the L
Uh-huh.
is looking.
Looking for gamers.
No.
Looking for God. Looking for...
Wait, because it
Goats.
has two. It says one starts with looking and the other with let's.
Oh, let's... LFG? Oh, let's fucking go.
Freaking.
Oh, let's fucking... Oh, okay, let's fucking go. Oh,
But
God.
the
Wow,
other
how
one
did I
says looking for group.
What? No.
Look, and that's the first look. I want you to see.
Yeah, but that's not... Come
Like
on.
that's the first one that appears. Looking for group. And it says people usually follow it with a type of group they're looking for or a set of criteria.
So, but, that could apply to...
Yeah?
To, him opening up the account just to... finally opening up a YouTube account just to be part of the chat.
Yeah.
So, you found your group. You found your groupies.
Leah said muddy colors. Oh, I was reading and now it says message retracted, so I don't know. Aaron Schmidt said LFG, hahaha, sorry. What?
Let's fucking
Now I'm
go.
lost. Guillaume said looking for group is for gamers.
Oh. See, I should have known some of that. Well, let's fucking go. It's for gamers too. Isn't it?
I have no idea.
Yeah, the origin of that is for gamers. Let's go. Who says let's go? Maybe I'm just... Everything is games.
They were asking Nicolas,
Yes.
what
$1 million.
what subjects have you studied as an illustration major?
Oh, I forget exactly what we did like a couple of history of illustrations. But nothing, it's very different. I think it was very different in my, when I went to school than what it is now. If you think about concept art, or if you think about just it seems to be far more formalized now, that sort of education. I think our illustration classes were just problem solving. We had text. It was mostly text based, I guess. So images that would come, that would start from texts. So yeah, but it was very simple. But it wasn't like we had a composition class. It was just all in one. Like our teacher would speak about composition based on what we were trying to solve, for that week. And that's about it. So very open, if I have to be honest. But yeah, no, but there were classes of children's book illustration, there were a bunch of classes that were for the people that were doing the cartooning majors, like comic book stuff, so like visual narrative. So in my case, it was just a lot of just super, super traditional, this is your text. And they would put like some variables in front of us, I guess, some loops that we had to sort of go through, but nothing super weird, I'm afraid. Like nothing too exciting or specific, if I have to be very, very honest. It was great teachers nonetheless, though.
Gabriel Pozo said, Nico,
Sí.
check David Apatov's blog. I think you'll love it. Very similar to Gurney's, but just about illustration.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, because Gurney speaks a ton about illustration too. But he'll speak a lot about painting. Like, I don't want to say fine artists because I never like to make that differentiation, but just a lot of painting also. What's the blog called, Danny?
I don't know if it's this one. I think it is illustrationart.blogspot.com.
Oh, nice. Nice.
I think it is, yeah.
I think I've been to that blog, yeah. And I think I've found like Robert Fawcett's drawings or like Austin Briggs. Just like super cool, kind of old school illustration too.
Guillaume was asking, did you learn from Sterling Huntley?
No, but I've met him. He's a super, super nice guy. And incredibly talented. And I backed his sketchbook project. We actually have it here. It's glorious, that book. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous sketchbook. It's amazing. And I guess, his let me see if I can remember. He was doing this whole thing about going to like the mountains or going outdoors and just living for like a week or a couple of weeks and then just drawing or painting. What was it called? Something earring. An earring. Campaignering. I forget. You guys can help me out. And he had asked me if I wanted to do that. And I'm not super, I don't know. I'm not super, I'm gonna say like I'm city folk, I don't know if I'm like a super rural person, but I can horseback ride, I could kayak, I could go swimming, like I'm totally fine with all those things. But, I don't know if I feel comfortable. I'm being super honest here. How many nights do you think I could sleep, Danny, like on the ground, like on a bad tent?
Are there gonna be a lot of mosquitoes?
100%.
So like maybe 4 nights.
2?
2. Yeah, I was gonna say 4 to be
like you're being super generous.
But like for real, maybe 1. 1 or 2. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I wanted to do it. I want like
maybe 3, but you would.
If he's gonna do it, if he if he's able to do it again after COVID, because I'm sure like COVID just put a wrench in all of that. I would be super, super up to it. So he's a super nice guy, incredibly talented. Like his drawing skills are just insane, I feel. I would definitely do it.
I don't know why I'm hungry.
You're hungry?
Yeah. I'm yawning a lot.
If you could eat anything right now, what would you eat?
Right now?
Yeah, like if you had anything, like whatever you imagine, it's going to appear right in front of you. What would you eat?
Penne alla vodka.
Oh, that hungry? Are you?
No,
wow. I thought it was like a snack. But you're like hungry.
Or cheese pizza.
Oh, look at that.
Or.
Oh, wow. That's.
No.
Or the two of them together.
No, I would go with penne alla vodka.
Penne vodka? Yeah.
It's penne alla vodka.
Or penne vodka.
Penne alla vodka.
Or penne vodka.
Penne alla. Yeah. But I would be open for cheese pizza too.
Nice.
I don't know if you.
Oh no, I can't do pizza right now.
Okay.
But you can order pizza.
Or maybe
come on.
tomorrow.
You could 100% order pizza.
Mm.
Ask Samu. He would be like,
Oh,
"What?
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Anyone say pizza?" He's like a Beetlejuice of pizza.
AJ Gustafsson
Hey
was
AJ.
saying, "Congrats on the campaign startup.
Thank you.
I've been
AJ.
curious for a while now.
Yes.
Are you the originator of the yellow hooded coat paintings I see all over Instagram and Canyo? My guess is yes."
I honestly never think about those things. I know Milo's girlfriend. She has, or Milo's partner. She has like an awesome yellow raincoat. I think I did my first because I just was trying to do Coraline. Honestly. Like, all I was thinking was Coraline when I did the first one. So I wasn't even thinking art. But that's a pretty old one. The one I did of Lola.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
that's a
it's
pretty old
repeated.
painting.
Yeah.
The one that she's kind of coming down the street.
What
and
is
it's
it, like 2014?
Oh, no, it's got to be older than that.
2010?
Yeah. No, probably not. Not that old. When did
12?
Coraline come out? I'm curious. Coraline date. 2009. Wow. So yeah, so it's not like I saw Coraline and I was like, I got to do a raincoat painting, but I know I had it in my brain. And specifically, oh Jesus, help me out, guys. Who did Coraline's? Is it Christopher Sasaki maybe? That he did Coraline's, a lot of Coraline's concept work. Is it Chris Sasaki? Let me see. Chris Sasaki. Am I misremembering his name? Maybe. Maybe? Oh, jeez. Come on. Wasn't he the one who did? Didn't Chris do Coraline? Yeah. No? I'm thinking out loud, by the way.
And it's funny because they can't see your phone.
I know. And I'm searching
So you're
here.
like, yeah, no.
Oh, that
What?
book, by the way, that ghost book, that looks incredible. I'm like lost now. Danny, help us out. Take us out of here, Danny.
How?
Just ask me something else.
Another question?
Yeah. So you guys can help. Who was the one who did Coraline's concept work?
So if your last meal
If my last meal
was a
is
breakfast.
this all you, or is this?
This is me.
Okay.
Was a breakfast. What would it be?
Last meal on Earth?
Yeah.
I think scrambled eggs with bacon. Yeah.
Okay.
Scrambled eggs with bacon, cheese.
And
Yeah.
if it was a lunch
Pizza, a pepperoni pizza for sure.
and at night, like
Pepperoni
for
pizza.
dinner.
I mean, it's gonna be my last meal. It's not gonna be like, oh, I couldn't sleep last night while I was dead.
I'm
still googling Coraline concept art. Where is Uesugi? Was Uesugi doing Coraline stuff? No. Tadahiro Uesugi? No. Was he? Oh my God. Who did this? Andrew Brennan. Henry Selix. Is he the one? Maybe. Oh, maybe. Anyways, we can't go down this rabbit hole. I'm not even touching my painting.
No, you are in that
I
rabbit
know.
hole for
I'm
so
just,
long.
No, because I just remember the concept work, but I don't remember the artist.
Oh,
Which is
Roslyn said yes, Uesugi.
Uesugi was doing. Oh wow! So yeah, that makes total sense. So Uesugi's like a genius. So yeah, that would be. Why was I even looking for this? I forget now. That's how bad a rabbit hole it was.
I have no idea.
Oh, the raincoat thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right. So, yeah. So I'm going to say in my case, and I can't speak for anyone else, I think it's going to be, I'm going to say Coraline / Uesugi. That's going to be,
Yeah, so
yeah.
Dan Costello said Tadahiro Uesugi
Tadahiro Uesugi, yeah, he's
was
amazing.
doing concept work for Caroline.
Oh, that makes total sense.
Gabriel Pozo said Chris Applehands.
That's the guy I'm thinking of. Yeah, that's the guy. Yeah, I don't even have to search it. That's the guy I'm thinking of. Danny, search for him. He did
wait.
amazing. Like, put anyone you want.
Anyone?
Any image that you like. Anyone?
Anyone you want? Yeah, I was like.
Oh God,
Wait.
where is like, Adam Levine?
What?
I don't know. I went with like easy.
Chris Applehands Caroline.
Yeah.
So maybe this one.
Yeah. Or maybe he has like grayer ones that I remember.
Mm.
Maybe search for like bigger, large images. Or one with a yellow raincoat, I think, would be.
I think.
Oh yeah. On brand.
Because the one I showed you was with the yellow raincoat. So,
But in terms of, I know Dennis did a painting of Milo that was awesome. I know. I forget who did. I guess Milo did a painting of his partner.
I think there's not that much.
No, but well.
Look, because I just see this.
Okay, but still
So
amazing.
this one has they're super tiny. This one has the yellow raincoat. This one maybe.
Yeah, that's super cool.
So
yeah,
would
anyone
like
you
that
want.
one?
I mean, people can Google them, like themselves, but it'd be nice to put that image for like a little bit.
So,
But if you think of yellow raincoat, don't you think Coraline? Like, isn't that like the first thing that comes into your brain?
yeah.
Because for me, it is like 100%. Not even. I don't even have to like search for more.
Or like It, maybe too.
Oh, that's like easier. Or you know who?
Who?
Oh, this is painful now. Ruprecht did an
Oh, yeah.
amazing painting.
Yeah.
The one with the kind of pregnant woman
Yeah.
and all the horse, like the weird ass
Mhm.
horses and all the, Nazi like soldiers. Wow, that painting is just, whoa. It's probably one of my favorite paintings of his. It's insane. It's like,
Which is difficult for you to choose one.
yeah. But again, I think if it was about who put that image in my brain, I'm still going to have to say Coraline. It'd be interesting to ask Ruprecht who put that image in his brain.
Maybe Coraline.
Maybe
too.
Coraline?
Or maybe
Yeah.
It.
Maybe.
Or maybe. Dan Costello said Morton Salt had a girl with a yellow raincoat. So let's see. Oh, this one?
Oh, that's, yeah. Oh, you know who did that? Put Morton Salt, and let's see if it Googles anything. And James Castle. because I'm almost 100% sure that James Castle did something with one of those boxes.
Oh, this one? Is it?
Yeah, look at that.
That's
Look
amazing.
at that. He's incredible.
Yeah, I love it.
I adore James Castle. I'm gonna cry. He makes me cry. He's one of those artists that makes me cry.
So Joe Pyra was saying, can you tell us about the tiers in the Kickstarter, please?
Sure. I thought I think we said it, but we can repeat it, Joe. So the first tier is just a regular tier. You're gonna get the book, but I don't mean to make it sound like, oh, it's just the book. No, I think the book is like amazing. I think the book should be like this super cool. It is the core of what we're doing. So I wouldn't want anyone to feel that the book is just not enough. No, the book is going to be our biggest priority, and without that book, there's no project. So I want to emphasize that. So you're going to get like a super cool book. And the second tier, and there's only 2 tiers, and don't feel weird. Don't have like FOMO fear. No, this is for the people that can support us this way. It's a super exciting way because it's called 100 Artist Edition. So what we're doing is that we're opening up to 100 people, and you pick an artist of your choice, past, present, future, and you tell us which artist you want us to paint, and we'll do a painting. We'll do a 10-inch by 10-inch painting of the artist of your choice. So it's going to be kind of very, very specific, very personalized in that sense, because it's going to speak to you. And hopefully, ideally, I have to make this like super, super clear. I think, we worded it in a way that hopefully people understand, but hopefully people understand that it's like my take on the artist of your choice. I hope that that's not something that becomes like, oh God, you painted Rembrandt horribly. Like, I want my money back. No, hopefully if you're picking that tier is because you kind of know what to expect from my work, and you're not going to be surprised. And all I can say is that I'm going to be super consistent with all the work that we've done through our painted lives. So expect that, quality, expect that amount of just, fun and joy, and taking chances also, when painting the artist that you pick. So yeah, so there's only those 2 tiers. It's far less, I think, that what we've offered before, but I think it's very simple. Like, we wanted to make it super, super simple, and we wanted the project to revolve around the book, to be super easy to identify what this project is about, and what it is about is the book. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah, so Aldo was saying, how will you ask us which artist we want to paint?
So if
I
you
took the 100 artist tier.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. So you're going to get an email from us. You'll get an email from us, and it's going to be super, super easy. And you just let us know who you want us to paint, and we'll double check with you, and that's it. So it's going to be super straightforward, super easy. But we'll get in touch with you. We have we have all the information from the people that through Kickstarter. We have all the information of the people that are backing the project. So it's not going to be an issue getting in contact with you guys.
Alejandro Morales said, can we also choose one color we like in the case of the artist tier?
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be super personalized. That's what you're paying for. So,
yeah. But as you said, it's your take.
Yeah. But if you tell me, for example, let's say a painting that I already did, if you told me yellow Borges, like a yellow Borges.
Oh, yeah, you would.
That's what you can expect. Like,
yeah.
I'm going to totally go with that. Which is different than the blue Borges that I painted. So I think that shows you like a range. And you could say like, oh, you know what, Nicholas, I want like an earthy Rembrandt. Fine. Like, I don't need to know anything else. Like, I can go with that. So
Borg 00 said, what does pledge without a reward mean?
The Kickstarter puts that. That's not even me. That's like a default Kickstarter.
Yeah.
A lot of people are apparently, and I didn't know this, to be super honest. I was surprised that was something that that Kickstarter puts there just as a default. But a lot of generous people, they want to support you, and they're not expecting anything in return. So, I know it sounds strange, but there is people like that out there. And they'll just give you like $5.
Yeah.
And, if they give you $5, they kind of know that that's not, that wouldn't cover any of the tiers, but they just want to give you $5.
Yeah, and that happened in the first one. I don't know if even in
Yeah.
Indiegogo that happens too, but there were people that were like $10 or $1.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's like a sort of donation.
But if you go into Kickstarter data, like usually there's not a lot of money is gathered that way. It's almost like a tip jar if you think about it. So
Gray Jiménez dice, busquen Jordi Díaz Alama, Yellow Raincoat.
Creo que la he visto, sí.
Mira, está tan chistoso. Busqué Yellow Raincoat y sale todo rojo.
Sí,
Mira.
porque ahora
¿Esta o esta?
bueno, no, la de abajo, pero la de abajo muy buena, ¿eh?
Sí, muy chévere.
Uy, qué
Muy
monstruo.
buena, ¿eh? ¿Qué fue
Un
eso?
pescador, sí, un monstruo.
No, ¿qué fue?
Buena, ¿eh?
Eh,
Sí, no sé qué.
sí, nunca has dicho
Pues lo dije, o sea.
Pues no.
Si lo
nunca
dije,
hasta ahorita.
si salió de mi boca, lo
Ah,
dije.
Sí.
Salió de mi boca, lo he dicho, ¿eh?
No, fatal.
No sé qué estoy haciendo,
Uy, se
sí, no
acabó
sé.
el stream.
Es muy bueno, Jordi es fantástico, fantástico. Ahorita está haciendo ese trabajo así monumental, o sea, monumental. Es que es como termino las pinturas de la Divina Comedia y a morir, y ya, hasta luego. Apague y vámonos porque, uff.
Oh, Van Sant said, Yellow Raincoat equal fisherman for me.
Yeah?
Yeah, that too.
Oh, you know who has a yellow raincoat painting? Kroyer, I feel. There's a lot of Finnish, Scandinavian paintings that are like that. For sure. And I'm trying to think if there's like a Winslow Homer yellow raincoat painting, maybe.
So Aaron Schmitz was asking, are you guys signing the books?
So this part is super difficult. So when you receive the books, they're always shrink wrapped.
Mm-hmm.
Always, And the only way you could sign the books, at least in the experience that we've had with the printing, where we've chosen to do the printing, is if they would take all the books, if they would have you with all the books there, and then you would sign the books. Because if we signed them, and this would just be, I would feel bad, just honestly, Danny, if it's already shrink wrapped, that you have to open it up,
Yeah.
throw that to the garbage,
Yeah.
and then sign the book, and then have it re-shrink wrapped.
Yeah,
Because
that's terrible.
I don't think in here in La Panamericana, for example, in the printing press, they allow you to be there
No, because I think
before they
that-
shrink wrap.
Yeah, because that's the end of the process,
Right.
the chain they do.
Yeah, there's
So-
no place for you to say,
so you can
hi, I
just,
just want to be in the
take it.
factory, and
Yeah.
can I just be in a table? Can you put a table for me? And the 1,000 books that are going to come out, could you just, one by one put them? So, yeah, so I don't have experience with that, with signing, because all the experience that we've had is that we receive the books already shrink wrapped.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't know how to butt into the production so that they could do that for us.
Yeah. Suma said, "Good morning, Danny and Nicolas.
Oh yeah, Summer's always super ahead of us.
Whoa, it's done here in Bali and you guys still going. Super excited about the book."
Thank you, Suma.
AJ said, "I'm posting some yellow raincoat paintings on my story of some I've seen recently.
Oh, that's so cool.
Loved hearing about the ones you know. Thank you."
Yeah, your collection, the collections that you're doing, AJ. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You are a curator. You're a natural curator. Those are amazing. I love those.
Sergi Arts dice, por curiosidad,
Sí.
¿conocéis
1.000.000.
la serie Euforia?
No, y todo el mundo está hablando de
O
esa
sea,
serie.
la hemos oído, pero nunca la hemos visto.
Sí, y
No.
está, la verdad, ¿es puro hype o es la
Buena.
verdad es chévere? Porque es que,
¿Qué?
no, pues es que yo no sé si es que es porque es realmente buena o es porque es como
Ah, sí, porque en el
Zendaya
caso de...
o
No,
y ya y
porque en el caso, digamos, de La Casa de Papel,
Bleh.
todo el mundo decía, uy, increíble,
Sí.
uy, y nosotros la
No,
vimos y fue como...
esta supuestamente es como que es densa, es como uy heavy.
Porque
heavy.
nosotros, ¿cuánto vimos de La Casa de Papel? ¿Un
12,
capítulo?
dos.
¿Dos?
No, la verdad le tratamos de ver más, pero
Sí,
chao.
yo decía, no,
No, yo la detesté también, sí.
no.
No, esta es como heavy, supuestamente, pero no sé
Creo que
cuán
mi
heavy.
hermana se la ve.
¿Sí?
Sí, me toca preguntarle.
No sé cuán, como uy, como uff.
Como uy, como uf.
Pues sí.
Van Sant said, aren't you afraid of the shipping?
No, we're gonna deal with it personally.
Yeah, because
We're
We
gonna go
were-
to the U.S.
yeah, we were talking about this yesterday, but we're never gonna do what we did with the past book, which was shipping from Colombia. So we learned from that experience, and we're shipping again from the United States. So we're not afraid of the shipping this time. Sergi Arts dice, es chévere, al menos para mí, en plan, tanto la historia como la cinematografía están genial. Bueno,
Vamos a, bueno,
Mirar.
me toca
mirar, no digas, no.
Piratearla. pero podemos bajarla.
Sí.
Pero estábamos viendo Succession también y es chévere.
Buena.
Buena.
A mí me pareció buena.
Sí, no, pues es que tu buena fue como que
Te estás burlando porque
Sí,
me estoy
¿Qué fue
burlando
lo que
de
dije?
esto, sí.
¿Eh?
Sí, nunca en la vida habías dicho eso. A ver, ese sí lo digo yo siempre.
Sí.
¿Lo tengo que quitar? Muy fastidioso.
No, pues yo digo like un millar de veces.
Pero no, ya no tanto.
Sí, es resto, créeme.
No.
De pronto ya te acostumbras.
Es que yo no escucho los streams
Tú no me escuchas.
después de...
Sí.
No, pero
No te
yo
importa nada.
yo no escucho los streams después de...
Yo hay veces no para escucharnos como si fuera como, ay, quiero oír nuestra voz.
Sí.
Incluso yo detesto oír nuestra voz,
No, por eso yo no los oigo.
pero no los oigo.
No,
Eh,
no.
Pero para ver qué podemos, o sea, si dijimos algo, cómo se entendió, hay veces uno tiene la impresión de que lo que uno dijo se entiende, entonces como que trato de ver si fuimos claros o si se perdió lo que estábamos tratando de decir con no sé, en el momento en el que estábamos discutiendo X o Y cosa.
Qué hambre.
Sí, ya casi vamos a acabar, sí señora.
No, ay, no.
No, ya me da pena contigo acá.
No. Y Sergi, cuando estaban hablando lo de las referencias de Kenyo, dijo,
Sí.
no, siguen posteando y hay como un chat público donde hay miles de personas y luego está el privado de Kenyo original.
Ah, qué bueno.
Eh,
Fantástico entonces para que la gente lo use. I think I'm done-ish. I think I am. I mean, I think this is perfect for me, but the perfect balance of the painting that I was talking about, how I can leave things open and it feels okay that they're open. It doesn't feel like I'm rushing something or I'm pushing detail that shouldn't be there. I feel it's like at a right, kind of it has a right sense of balance. So yeah, I think I'm gonna, it's kind of like my mucky gray that I really love. That construction of your head, I'm actually I really liked it,
a
Danny.
lot.
It feels like I was blindly just throwing darts and trying to hit something, but I think it was super, super nice. It was really, really nice in the end. It's how I love to paint, which is like chaos and then a sense of impending like doom and desperation, and then you fight through it and you have no idea how you got there, but suddenly at some point it looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Love that. I think that's how I paint.
Yeah.
And then it was just about sort of cascading some of that quality downward so that it just has a nice balance throughout the image. But I like it. It's very, loose but lively, I feel.
Mhm.
Oh, look.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's my that's been my
Oh yeah.
the background from my phone for years.
Um,
I mean, I've kind of
So
I've
you were
changed it
looking.
sometimes,
you were
but I always
looking-
go back to it.
You were looking.
I was looking. What was I
Danny
looking?
holding a painting from your phone that had Danny's painting,
Yeah.
while doing Danny holding a painting. While painting Danny, holding a painting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Terrible
You got
way
there.
to
Yeah, I know.
end
You,
this.
you got there. You got there. Danny's
Yeah.
gonna write the foreword of the book.
Yeah. So this is a book
It's
that
gonna be
contains
40
a
pages
book
long.
which
anyways,
started from a book.
Yeah. Anyways,
Had a book.
do you like it?
I like it a lot.
I like it.
I like
it
it.
too. It's a cool painting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love this too. Just it's a nice reminder of that drawing. I really love that drawing.
I love that you decided to paint this on the day we are releasing the book campaign.
Oh yeah, it is. That's
Justicia Divina.
it is.
Como
No.
diría.
It is just the universe smiling.
Mhm.
So I don't know if at us, but the universe
Or
smiling.
we smiling.
We're
We in the
we're
universe.
smiling back at the universe. Let's say.
Okay.
I don't know what that means, but I
Me
like
neither.
it.
But yeah.
But I like it.
Yeah, so thank you everyone for joining us.
Yeah, and thank you for the people that don't worry if you couldn't support us by backing the book. I mean, you don't have to. That's a whole other project. If you guys are here and our company while we are painting and we can paint together, that is super cool. We're gonna be here like as much as we can. That's our project. Like the core of our project is to socialize painting in a way that makes it not feel so pretentious or so ambitious or so excluding. That is what we believe in, that art can be made, like passionate art can be made in circumstances that are far less like that don't represent an obstacle between human beings, so far more accessible. And without you guys that share with us these moments, like we wouldn't have anything. There would be no book, there would be no project, there would be nothing. So even if you can't support the book, like you guys are so essential to everything that we do that that's the most important thing. The book is an extra. It's an extra for us. It's very symbolic for me and Danny. That's why we wrestled with the idea of wanting to make it, and we eventually said, you know what, this is cool for us. This is important for us. Like, let's give it a shot and let's try. And that's why we're doing it. And if people that are capable of supporting us through that editorial project, if they can do that, like we are so grateful to the people that can be generous and can support us that way. That is awesome. It's like the people that have been very supportive of us throughout these, over 2 years and have purchased the paintings. I think with Danny, we've talked about it, and we'd like to believe that, yes, there are people that want a painting because they like the painting. But I have a feeling, and I think you share this with me, Danny, that people that support us, they like the painting, and that painting also serves as a reminder of everything that's behind our project.
Yeah, so they're not only buying a painting.
Exactly. I don't think it's about buying a painting. I don't think the project could have survived if it was just like, hey, buy a painting. Here's what we did. Buy the painting. Like, here's the link. Buy the painting. Like, send us money. I think if that was the tone, it would have been a very, very short-lived project. So some people can and are willing and are very, very generous and have been, subsidizing for all of us the possibility to be able to every day just have a video and share experiences and talk about painting. And we're incredibly grateful for those people, obviously. I mean, if it wasn't for those people, we couldn't have bought a second microphone that doesn't work. So thank you. No, but seriously, like that is amazing. And this book is just another aspect of what we do. Like I said, it's super, super personal. We wanted to try to clear things like that were hurtful from the last project, like personal things that were hurtful. Just bad memories that we have of that project. Maybe we can cleanse them through, a nicer experience making this book. Not that the last project is not nice. I love that sketchbook. I absolutely adore that sketchbook. I simply feel like I wouldn't be if it wasn't for those, years that I dedicated into painting, like transitioning to painting in a sketchbook. But just the logistics of all the shipping of those books was just a nightmare. And it really, it beat down on me in ways that I had never thought anything in life could beat me. So this is super personal for me in that sense that I want to kind of exercise those demons and believe again that we could do something like Danny and I both adore printed books. We love editorial projects. We love children's books. We love art books.
There's nothing like having the book, like to have the opportunity to revisit the book of the artist you like.
The first time Danny opens it, she smells it.
Yeah.
But we love it. We genuinely love it. Like genuinely love it. So we want to feel that again. It's terrible when life will always throw you things in your way that can put you down. And sometimes those things are unavoidable and you have to deal with it. And sometimes you have to carry with that kind of pain and that experience for a long time. And, it's been, how long has it been since the last book? Maybe 3 years?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. So it's probably going to be 3 years.
No, because
it's tough. So I want to see if this can help me sort of heal some of that, if that makes sense.
No, it definitely would, because we took away the variables that were complicated from the last book.
Yeah, and they're going to be complicated.
Yeah, but
But now we're like our mindset is like, okay, we know how to deal with these.
Yeah,
and we know how expensive it's going to be.
In charge.
Yeah.
Of taking.
Yeah.
The decisions.
Yeah, like if we ship something that, if we like, let's say, type something wrong and it was our fault, we would be like, oh
it's
crap,
my fault.
It's our fault. Like we'll fix it. Yeah. That's fine. But bearing the weight of decisions
someone to answer.
Yeah, that does not depend on us. It's just so frustrating.
Yeah, so I would say that we, as I said before, we learn from the past experience, and that's why, like you were even saying at the beginning, that's why we were super conscious of all the prices, sorry.
The costs.
The costs, of production, shipping, and everything. So we could do a book that we know is going to be like a book that can pay itself.
Yeah.
Like we're not going to have the struggle of not having enough money to ship or something like that.
Yeah.
So I think we just learned about the good and the bad experiences from past books, and we are super happy for this book journey to start, because it's going to be a journey.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the construction of
the book, paintings and the
selection of the paintings.
Yeah.
The printing, the shipping, everything.
I want to do some writing. You could do some writing too, Danny, by the way. I was joking, with the other thing, but you can obviously write anything you want. Yeah. I mean, this is as much mine as it is yours. You could write anything you want. Anything you want.
Okay.
It's not going to get printed, but no, I'm serious. Anything you want to say, you You have every right to say whatever you want.
Thank you. No, and thank you, everyone.
Yes.
Really,
So
really, we
today
really
was a
appreciate
super nice, important day for us. So, I mean, we're not going to feel it's important if people backed us. No, it is an important day for us. Just us saying, hey,
we made
we
the
want to do
decision.
this. Yeah. We want to do this. Like, we in our hearts want to do this. That's what was important for us. And if you guys can be our company and feel that that was important for us,
amazing.
we're happy. Yeah. We're more than happy with that, with how your company makes us feel. So, but it's never going to be about, oh, this is important for us because we were able to produce the book. No. There's a lot of stuff that's bigger than that, that's behind. So, anyways, before I start crying, I like today's painting. I really do.
Yeah,
I really
me
do.
too.
I struggled. There was a moment where I was like, oh, fuck this. I'm sorry to say it, but I was like, oh, geez, what am I doing up here? And you know that when I was painting the head was like at 4:00.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was like, even if my mind
timing,
didn't want to think about it, I was thinking about it. And at some point I was like, come on, just paint. Just paint. And you were like, should we click? Should we take a look? And I'm just trying to do a nostril. And I'm like, fuck the book. I'm trying to do a nostril. Yeah, no, I'm kidding.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, you should post a story.
Yeah.
Don't you
and
think?
I was, and I'm
Post
sorry if
it
I was,
now.
I'm
Don't
sorry
you
if I
think?
was like dismissive. I was
No.
like, I want to concentrate
No,
on the
I
painting.
get it. I get it.
I think I sounded like super purist there, but I was just trying to like
No,
concentrate.
because you can't have your head into
not
different
me.
things
Remember,
at the same time.
primitive
you?
brain, one neuron.
No.
And I have to put that neuron to
even-
work on one thing.
Even if you're like pouring water in a glass
yeah.
and I talk to you,
I'll cut
out.
myself.
what?
I'll find a way to cut myself. Yeah. Break the glass, fall on the glass. I'll cut myself. Yeah, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I really do feel I'm like a super efficient human being at doing one thing.
Yeah.
If you ask me to do two.
Yeah, you're not a good multitasker.
No.
I have to say.
You know how I say I'm overwhelmed?
Yeah.
I always tell you, no, it's too much. I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And you're like, could you just fold the clothes? I'm just asking you to fold the clothes.
Not
and I'm
now.
like, not right now. Not right now. I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah.
No. I'm joking, by the way. We housework together.
Oh
50%.
no, but you're not joking about the being overwhelmed.
Oh no, not at all.
Because sometimes
what
I'm
I'll
like,
say is like, I won't do it when you ask me to do it, but I'll do it.
I have to do it in my time. Yeah, because sometimes you're like, hey, I'm gonna go to the mall to do X, and I'm like, hey, can you grab I don't know, paper towels that we need? I can't do it. And
I'm
like,
overwhelmed.
What? I'm overwhelmed. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? And you're like, let me come back from the mall and then I'll go grab the paper towels.
Yeah.
And that's what you do. I mean,
It's like I can do it. I can do it, but I can do it when I can do it.
Yeah.
Maybe when you ask me, I'm like thinking of things that I have to do. And if you throw like another thing in there, I'm like, what is she doing? Trying to kill me with these paper towels?
Yeah, but sometimes, no, like almost every time it's something super easy to do.
Oh, yeah, it's like nothing.
Or sometimes, for example, in Christmas, I was like, hey, we were packing something, or I was packing some gifts.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, we have to pack some more, and you were like, no, I can't do it, or something like that.
The one day that you bought the tree and you were like, oh, can we unpack it now? And I'm like, no, it's too much.
Yeah,
let's do it
maybe
tomorrow.
it was that day.
Yeah.
Or the day with the lights.
Okay, you're just filling people with these examples.
No, because I did the lights.
Yeah.
And you were like, oh, they're perfect, and I was no, because they're not like balanced. We should do it again, and you were like, no, I can't. I'm
it's
sorry.
Too much. Yeah,
tomorrow.
it's too much.
And I was like,
yeah.
No, I'll do it alone then.
It's too much. Like, again, my one neuron, which is good for painting. Apparently, that's the only thing God taught that neuron to do. You can't push it. You really can't. I'll have an aneurysm. Like one aneurysm kills me.
Yeah.
Not because an aneurysm could kill you, just because it's that one little bit of brain that I have. It's going to go off and then everything shuts down.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
And honestly, like from the bottom of our hearts, like people that are supporting the book, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
That's super awesome. And again, if you can't do it,
thank you for being here.
We love you. You guys